Gets the troops right to the line, and on the first down throw, goes down the middle, and it's a touchdown for Ryland Rodalonis. 13-0 lead on the board in the first quarter. Jackson again was got a fish, and this time the pass is on the money. And St. John's Prep.
Wow.
This was good! And intercepted by Anthony Caruso. And here he goes. The quarterback is on the loose. Four-man rush. Throws across the body. Looking for Peters. He's got him on the run. And look out. Inside the 10, the 5, touchdown Exeter. Blitz up the middle. This one intercepted. Picked off in the flat. It's Lynch. Snap, hold, kick, up, and good! Got a first down and then some. He's got a burst to the right side. He's inside the 20, inside the 10. It's the Bolin. Great cut. He's going to turn on the Jets. Morrison again through the hole. Look out. On his first carry tonight, the junior Brooks Connors is gone. Well, hello everyone, and welcome here to Exeter. Winnacunnet, Steve Beals with you, getting set for our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. It's the Winnacunnet Warriors and the Exeter Blue Hawks. Two undefeated teams heading into week number 4. A rivalry game, a rivalry that stretches back nearly a century. These two teams, led by two very good head coaches. They've got a lot of experience on both sides of the ball. They played pretty clean football through the first 3 weeks, and now, after a lot of buildup, get to finally let it all hang out here on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon.
No question, Nick. Before we get started, though, I just want to talk about our game last night. Pinkerton, Londonderry taking them on. What a war. Check it out. I have to tell you, I want to just say thank you to both of those programs, their communities, their players, their cheerleaders, the band members, the coaching staff, the parents. What a wonderful display of what football is all about. And for those people who wonder about how the conditions of our young people are today, that when you see what went on there last night with the sportsmanship and everything else, I think we're going to be okay. I'll tell you, what a great thing. As far as the history behind this game, just like last night, we're in for a good one here, Nick. 2 3-0 teams, two teams, I don't know if I'd say don't like each other, but they sure like to play each other. That's at least what we know, and the rivalry has gone back, like you said, Nick, for decades. You look at the schedules, Exeter's definitely had a more difficult schedule from what I can see than Winnacunnet. So this is really a huge test for Winnacunnet to take on the iron of the league. They've certainly proven that they deserve to be in that conversation. They're going to have an opportunity to prove it today.
Well, you can see here, we've got a good crowd gathering with plenty of people still outside the stadium making their way through the gates. We expect a full house and not too bad of a breeze. That could be a factor here on the seacoast, but right now the wind is minimal. And again, the sun is out, minimal cloud cover, a gorgeous way to kind of wrap up the month in the final weekend of action here in September.
Yeah, no doubt. One of the things we've noticed of all the games that we've done, the other games that I've done with the other great media throughout our state that covers football, is the tackling in the beginning of the week, beginning of the season was kind of weak. It wasn't that strong. Now as we get into the third week, the improvement on the tackling side, I'll throw in blocking as well, but the tackling has been really coming on strong. The hitting last night, I expect the same thing today, nothing less. These football players are coming prepared, especially early. Defense always comes first, then offense comes later. But we're seeing on both sides of the ball a progression curve that's very high.
Yeah. All right, let's look a little deeper at these two teams here. Exeter, of course, led by longtime head coach
Bill Ball. Of course,
Yep.
we're here at Bill Ball Stadium. That's how long he's been a factor in the program.
Legend.
And, of course, on the other side, Coach Frank Core has been at it for a long time as well. You see the visitors, the Winnacunnet Warriors in white, awaiting to take the field. But Coach Frank Core's got them at 3-0. A win at Spalding opening night, 2-score game there, 24-13. A road win at Timberlane, 19-7.
Good win.
And then they play winning football in the second half against Dover to the tune of 21-14. On the other side, Exeter, they also faced the Owls of Timberlane. That was week 1, 24-20.
Yep.
In which, again, a strong second half played a factor for the Blue Hawks. Then they get a shootout win at Portsmouth. 76 total points in that week 2 matchup, 42-34. The final in the win there. And then last week at Londonderry, came down to the final seconds. And they got sweet revenge after losing in similar fashion to Londonderry in last year's semifinal. It was a field goal kick at the buzzer that made the difference. 23-21 Exeter final score. Winnacunnet taking the field. White helmets, white jerseys, and white pants. Their fans are seated on the far side. They brought the band with them as well. The student section is standing, hanging over the rail, dressed in white.
Yeah, let's face it. Ryan Francois comes from a long history of football. His dad was involved as a well-known, highly respected person in the New Hampshire community as a whole, but certainly especially within the football community, as we know. But he has the patience, I think, of an older person. When you look at Ryan, understands he's in a suburb with a feeder program, but he understands that he kind of reloads on every second and third year, and he's taken this group. He's not afraid to start freshmen. He's not afraid to start sophomores. And the line play in Winnacunnet, like Exeter, has always been stellar. They bring solid linemen that are very powerful guys. You can go back on the list. On the Exeter side, one of the things I noticed on the offensive side of the ball was the blocking. That's where I said their blocking, it looked very solid over the last couple of weeks. And let's be honest, also about Londonderry, they proved last night that they're a worthy football team. There's no question about it. They fought for 2.5, 3 quarters, and then they had some bad, a couple of mistakes that really changed the dynamic of that score. And what do at the end? They come back at the end to score a touchdown. And just showing that they're a good football team, and Exeter defeated them. I know it was a narrow win; they had to come from behind, but they did it, and that just shows the kind of quality football teams that Exeter has played that they've won. To me, this game for Winnacunnet, a win would be huge, would catapult so many emotions, so much positioning in the East, which is a tough division. We talked about that last night. But the big thing is to come in here and play a solid football game head-to-head with Exeter to show they belong, and I think they do.
Both teams are trying to keep pace with Manchester Memorial. The Crusaders got their 4th win last night to stay undefeated. They beat Timberlane in Plastow by a final score of 40-12. There are the Blue Hawks gathered in the end zone in their home Navy uniforms, getting set to take the field in front of this growing crowd here. Again, you could not ask for a better day weather-wise here in southern New England.
No
Coming up, national anthem, coin toss, and then kickoff at the top of the hour. It's Winnacunnet and Exeter. It's coming up next. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Maybe it's leaning too close to your home. Maybe it's not healthy. Or maybe you just don't like it there. No matter what the reason is, if you need tree work or pruning, call Accurate Tree Service. They have the right equipment and expertise to properly diagnose, treat, or remove trees, no matter how difficult the terrain. Perhaps simple, careful pruning by our certified arborist is all you need to manage your trees and shrubs. When it comes to your tree care, contact the full-service tree care experts today. Accurate Tree Service, because you only get one chance to take a tree down right.
Are you a quarterback who is ready to take your game to the next level? Well, then it's time to join TKQB Academy. Founded by former UNH standout Trevor Knight, TKQB Academy has worked with student athletes from around New England, helping young quarterbacks to reach their full potential. TKQB Academy offers one-on-one and group sessions that will help you instantly improve your accuracy, timing, mechanics, and footwork. So be the best QB you can be at TKQB Academy. Call 603-732-7194 or reach out on Instagram at TKQBA. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include discount tickets, cards, and calendar raffles to hundreds of local merchants throughout the New England area. Don't waste another season. Raise more funds than ever before and become another football program in New Hampshire that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
All right, here we are in Exeter, getting set for the opening kick between the Blue Hawks and the Winnacunnet Warriors in our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Nick Anastas with Steve Beals here from Bilball Stadium. Both teams hoping to stay undefeated and improve to 4-0. Here's a look at the longtime head coach, Coach Ball, on the Exeter sideline. Fans continuing to file in here as well. The Exeter band, they just performed the national anthem. Doing a great job down in the field. They're finding their way to their section here in the home stands. The Warriors, well, according to our friend Jay Pinzanold of the Seacoast Media Group, throwing a little more, at least through 3 weeks to begin the season. They're known for that veer offense, that run option, but they've shown trust in their quarterback. That's the 6'3" senior Sean Griffin. He's one of the co-captains, and Steve, they'll expect to lean on the young Mr. Griffin again today on the road.
Yeah, what you want in an offense, whether it be the running offense, a single wing, double wing, out of the eye, whatever, you've got to be able to take your personnel each year because they changes. It isn't like you draft these people. They come to you for who they are, and they have a certain makeup each year, a team. And you've got to be able to take that offense and morph it or move it towards your personnel's best capabilities. And I think what Coach Francoeur, as any good coach should, takes the personnel he's got. He's got a 6'3" quarterback, no vision problem there. Probably got some good receivers. We're going to find out a lot about this team today. But, I was surprised to hear that because for so many years we've just, as you said, we've watched that veer just go right at it.
Well, Coach Francoeur has a sign on his desk in his office that says
"Fear the veer."
Fear the veer. So a little surprising to hear that, but not a surprise that they're 3-0. This group with a lot of experience, still a lot of juniors. Heavy junior class here, but a lot of them cut their teeth last year at the varsity level. Took their lumps, but again, back not only at 3-0, but they're starting to pop up in top 10 lists, and certainly if they get a win here on the road today, a lot of folks around the state are going to take notice.
Just like Londonderry had to go to Pinkerton and play a very solid game, mistake-free. And if they did play mistake-free, who knows what would have happened in that game. Same situation here for the Warriors, Nick. They've got to play mistake-free football at Bilball Stadium.
Exeter with 3 receivers back inside the 5-yard line to field the opening kick, and we are underway here from Bilball Stadium in Exeter. A return across the 20 will set up the Blue Hawk offense. And a good return there from Brandon Jelinek, the 5'8" senior. So Jelinek's out to about the 23-yard line. So 1st and 10 coming up for Exeter.
If you were concerned about any homeschool pride today, Nick, between these two programs, rest assured it's in good shape because these student sections are huge. Here on both sides. The Warrior fans have come out in force as well.
Yeah, they see the Blue Hawk fans to our left. They're in black. And on the far side, the Warrior student section wearing white. Here's Tyler Ream. He's a 6'1 junior. He's under center here in this T offense against a four-man front. He takes a snap on 1st and 10, and it's Will Tobin, the 6-foot tight end, trying to lead the way on the rush. But not a lot of room for the ball carrier. That's Max Corzat. We've heard good things about him so far, Steve. Our first chance to see him live, but Corzat, not a whole lot of room up front. Limited to 2.5, maybe 3 yards there. 2nd down and 7.
Yep. Well, pretty good contain right there, Nick, as far as I can see.
Look at that. 4-man front. And now a 2nd down and 7 from the 26-yard line. Another quick hitter and getting to the hole is Raymond Plant. Plant, 1st down and then some. Drive down at midfield. Raymond Plant, 5'9", 160, kept the legs going.
I want to take a look at this because there was no linebacker in the area. I want to see who cleaned him out. We're going to see here. Good kick out. Yeah, number 53. Hard to say, but boy, there was nobody in the secondary, and he made a great cut on the inside of his block. That was a good choice.
Hard to bring down as well. He's all the way to the 48 of Winnacunnet after a 26-yard pickup. 1st down and 10. Exeter stays on the ground, and Corzat again breaks loose.
This offensive line is winning the battle. They're getting off the ball quickly, Nick. They're coming out low, very technically sound, and they are giving these runners a lot of opening, and they're getting in the faces of the linebacker core, or in the bodies, I should say, and walling them off, and Exeter runners are making excellent choices following those blocks. There is a big gain.
Southern Dwight able to trip him up in the end, but not before an 18-yard pickup and an Exeter 1st down. Knocking on the door at the 30, and again doing battle is Raymond Plant. Finally lands on his back inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. That's good for 7.
Again, offensive line just completely winning the battle. They're dominating right now, and a lot of it is they're getting off the ball so quickly that the defense is taking they're taking it to the defensive linemen, and that's causing a lot of vision problems for the linebacker core as well as the safeties.
Plant and Corzat have been the workhorses, 2 carries apiece on this opening drive. Here's a toss on 1st and 10, trying to bounce right side. This time the pursuit catches up. Good tackle from Richard Coombs Jr.
Every time they go off tackle, they've done a pretty good job stopping that being the Warriors. But every time they go inside the tackle, those have been very difficult. Looks like we have a player down. Hopefully he's okay.
It's a Warrior defensive lineman. And that freezes the clock here. Nearly 3 minutes gone by. Game's opening drive. And a 3rd down and 3 on the way. Meanwhile, the training staff is out there. We'll try to get the number and the name as quickly as we can. Folks still coming in here. Parking lot full, really both parking lots behind the stadium and behind the end zone. But a hush coming over this growing crowd now as the injured Warrior player continues to be looked at on the field.
Yeah, it looks to me like Coach Francoeur looks like he's just looking for a consult with his coach. Maybe it's about a potential replacement. Looks to me like they're working on the ankle, Nick, if I had to. Looks like that's where the
Coach Ball from the Exeter sideline is going to come over and check on the opposing player. Again, if you're just joining us, we welcome you inside our broadcast here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. It's our game of the week presented by Beals Insurance. And we welcome those of you watching on Nessa Nation as well. It's a new partnership we're proud to be a part of. Well, good news here is Anthony Magri.
Oh, that's really good news.
Is on his feet and making his way toward the sideline. The 5'8" senior, clearly shaken up with a lower leg injury, but walking off the field under his own power.
That is very good to see.
Of course, the name Magri is almost synonymous with Winnacunnet football.
Yep.
At this point, the multi-generations that have been a part of the program.
Awful nice of Coach Ball to go out there and give him a little slap of support.
3rd and 3. First third down of the drive. Exeter stays in the tee. An extra defensive lineman on the field for Winnacunnet. A right side run. Corzat is stopped. Lost his helmet in the process. Big win for the Warrior defense. And a 4th down coming up from inside the 22.
He may have got one, Nick. I'm not even sure he got that. He gave him
one.
Maybe 3/4 or so. Yeah, about one. Yeah. So usually have about 7 or 8 big plays per game in a 12-minute quarter.
That's a big stop.
This is not what's the big ones now.
Right.
What happens now? I'm talking about as it reflects on the score.
Yeah, this is 4th and looks like a long one.
A long one, yeah.
They need to get down to the 21. Can Winnacunnet stuff them again? Ream with a hard count, low crouch under center. Trying to draw Winnacunnet off sides. Warriors not biting, and now we get, I believe, a timeout. Yes, sir. Exeter going to call for time and talk this one over. Our broadcast is brought to you by Beals Insurance. Locations in Bedford, Londonderry, and Epping. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance. Get you the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Visit BealsInsurance.com. Also by MG Sports Fundraising. That's fundraising made easy. MG Sports Fundraising is the official fundraising partner of Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Visit MGSportsFundraising.com. Start raising money for your team today. By TK QB Academy. Be the best QB you can be. Call Trevor Knight at 603-732-7194. Reach out on Instagram at TKQBA. By Accurate Tree Service, because you only get one chance to take a tree down right. Visit AccurateTree.com for a free estimate. And finally, by Jewett Construction, building relationships since 1972. Are you ready to build? Visit JewettConstruction.com. 4th and 1. Ream is under center. Winnacunnet is showing blitz. Exeter looking to go for it here. They hand to Corzat. He's hitting the hole. He's trying to lean forward, and it's going to be close.
Yeah, he's got it.
Winnacunnet says no. The officials haven't weighed in quite yet. They're going to spot the ball just outside the 20-yard line. And again, based on our bird's eye view up here, it does appear that Exeter has it, although they haven't moved the sticks just yet.
That was a good spot, too. They spot where he went down, good maximum ball forward. Heck of an effort there by the Warriors, though, Nick. He did not get it by much. And I think doing a measurement here is probably a good idea, but I think he's got it by about 6 inches this side of the football.
Yep. And Steve, you're right on. It's a first down. So, Coach Ball goes for it on 4th down. He's confident with that ground game. Exeter here continues the opening drive. They have yet to put the ball in the air, unsurprisingly. It's been all run plays here so far.
And it's a game of inches, but that's usually gained by great effort there by the offensive line. But equal on that was the Warriors, Nick. They had a gallant effort there to close that down. But nice job.
Play number 7 on the way here. This drive began back at the Exeter 23. Trying to get in the red zone here with a fresh set of downs, and this time they will throw a pass. Left side wide open for the catch is Brendan Jelinek, and he's in the end zone for a 21-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
Beautiful throw there from Ream. Jelinek got the step, and Exeter shows you how it's done on the opening drive.
Well, Tyler Ream just total blind. The amount of time that you clearly see they have practiced that so many times he can do it in his sleep, literally, and that was just a tremendous head fake. All looking at the out pattern on the right-hand side, then tosses it over.
Extra point try.
What a well
good. It's Connor Bishop, the sophomore, who connects right down the middle. So 7-0. That drive goes 77 yards in a little over 4 minutes. All but one of those plays were on the ground, but the touchdown comes through the air. 21-yard strike from Tyler Ream to Brendan Jelani.
Yeah, great pass, great route run. You can't really, if you run back with the receiver on that, it's the right play, but it's so hard to do because you see the quarterback rolling out on the right side, looking downfield. You can see the receiver that he looks like he's thrown to, and then tosses it the other way. Had a little discussion quickly with Sherm downstairs, and he speaks very, very highly of Connor Bishop and his abilities on the field.
Well, yeah, it seems like there's a lot of teams now around the league, at least in Division One, with some very good kickers,
Salem,
weaponry.
Pinkerton,
right? Yeah.
Londonderry,
yeah.
Exeter.
So Bishop, young sophomore, but showed off the strength on that extra point kick.
Yep.
All right, 7-0 Exeter. Winnacunnet in an early hole, despite coming up with what looked like a key third down stop. Just missed the fourth down stuff and ultimately surrender points. So let's see what the offense can do on their opening drive. This one a squib kick, fielded at the 15. A little bit of room at the 30 and whirled around the 35 up to about the 37. And a good return there.
Would you say?
Winnacunnet.
What did you say that was, Nick? 7 plays or 8 plays on that touchdown?
7-play drive.
7 plays.
Yeah.
Very well orchestrated. Couldn't have asked a better timing as far as the passing route there. Most importantly, on the field, the decoys were really, really set there. And the offensive line not only has been able to win the battle on the run game, but you saw he had the time to roll out there very comfortably and execute the play.
Sean Griffin going to take the snap here against what looks like a 4-man front. He calls his own number on 1st and 10, lowers the shoulder, and follows the center across the 40-yard line up to about the 41, maybe the 42. So Griffin straight ahead. Get the blood pumping a bit for this offense. 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, they need to. That's kind of getting through the too much dancing on the way to the hole, Nick. If you're going to try, if you think you're going to try to get this defensive line, you're going to be able to hold those blocks for a long time. That's probably not going to happen consistently. What Warrior want to do is play Warrior football. Get through that offense. Get that ball across the line of scrimmage quickly.
One back behind Griffin on 2nd and 6. Handoff. Slipping across the 45, maybe to the 46.
Yep.
Goes the ball carrier. That's Dom Mancini, big part of the program the last several seasons. The 5'9" senior really runs low to the ground, kind of that downhill north-south that this offense loves. And he sets up here what looks like a 3rd down and about 3.5.
Yep.
So Mancini will stay on the field here for 3rd down.
Coach Francoeur is not afraid midfield to go on 4th down if he needs to. So we'll see what the play is here.
1st down marker somewhere between the 48 and the 49-yard line. Here's the pitch, there's the big hit, and there's the turnover. Exeter going to wrestle the ball away. A heck of a defensive effort there by Graham Knight, the 5'10" senior. Read the play perfectly, ripped the football loose, and Exeter has it now at the Winnacunnet 41.
Well, Nick, when you're in a situation where your offense and defensive line are not, generally speaking, winning the battle, they're working hard, but they're not really winning the battle, and when they are, they're not able to hold off Exeter on both sides for long. You want to have plays that get through that line of scrimmage quickly. That pitch should have never been thrown. It was extremely well defended. But the Warriors are going to have, if they're going to pass, they're going to have to successfully get some running here, and the way you do that is get through the line quickly. Too much hesitation.
1st down and 10 for Exeter. A 7-0 lead on the board as we approach the midway point 1st quarter. The right side run again. It's Corzant. The ball came loose, but he was down first. That knee was on the ground. No, they're saying Winnacunnet's got it. That ball out clean, back-to-back fumbles. The takeaway this time from Winnacunnet's Jackson McDonald.
I don't think so, Coach. Nick, I agree with you. I think it was his knee was on the ground and the ball jarred loose after he hit the ground. We're going to see right here. Yeah, I mean, it's not a very good view that we saw, but the official, if you look, was quite a ways back, up around the 35-yard line when the call. You may see it better here.
Coach Ball upset.
Yeah, I think he may have a point there.
1st down and 10, Winnacunnet. And this one goes nowhere. Met at the line of scrimmage by Gavin Smith, the junior. Going to stand out for Exeter up front so far this year. Only a 1-yard gain for Mancini and a 2nd and 9 coming.
But have to read who's making the tackles, Nick. This is not the linebackers every time. They're coming up for support afterwards, but the defensive line is making a lot of the initial wraps. That tells you that they're winning the line of scrimmage on individual matchups. That's why you got to get through the hole quickly and double team at the point of attack, if necessary, to get them in the backfield.
2nd down and 9. Griffin under center this time.
Much
goes
better.
To the edge, flips it, and now a little running room for
Nice job.
Winnacunnet's Reynoso Harvey. There's a flag on the play. It's down near the first down marker.
Yep.
The play stands. It is a Winnacunnet first down, but let's see.
Wow, they're going to get him for a hold here. I didn't see it. I thought it was a face mask because it looked like he was close to the mask and pulling the runner down. It was a well-executed play. I just see if we can find where the hold is. Oh, there it is right there, 64, holding the jersey right there. Yep.
First penalty of the day.
Yep, good call.
All right. And still some discussion going on with his crew here.
Well, you can't pull the back of the jersey and hold it as they're running away from you. That is
actually a block in the back, but either way, it's a 10-yard penalty.
Well, I thought it was a hold. The signal initially was a hold.
So and Exeter, they'll take that.
Yeah.
First penalty of the day goes against Winnacunnet.
Still 2nd down, so it didn't happen on 3rd down. That's all. At least they got a couple downs here to see what they can do with it. But that was a pretty well-executed play, Nick. I didn't see a block in the back. I saw a hold on the jersey.
All right, we got a...
Must have missed something there.
2nd and 12 here as the block in the back occurred downfield near the first down stick. Back to throw. Plenty of time. Release
nice
over
pass.
the middle, and there's the catch. Brian McCown in Exeter territory down to the Blue Hawk 45-yard line. That's a 28-yard pickup, and so far the longest play for either team in this first quarter.
Well, we certainly found out while he's willing to throw the ball. That ball was thrown on a line and waited. Again, we talked about this last night a lot. Waited for the receiver to make his break, and went just as he was, that ball was already in the air, and that's why he was able to kind of be free there. No time for the defensive back to close the gap.
It was Sam Gibney who made the tackle, the man in coverage. Gibney going to give him a cushion here on 1st and 10. Right side run, Reynoso hitting the hole, driven down by Exeter's Patrick Hathaway after a short gain of 4, 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, it looks to me like 5 yards there, Nick, or almost 5 yards. Doesn't matter. It's a good gain. What happened there is take a look at that. What happened? They were double teaming at the point of attack, number 1, and it took him a split second. Watch him go through the hole, following his blockers into the hole, and that's why he had that quick break. This defense of Exeter is fantastic. That's the only way you're going to gain yardage on these men.
2nd down and 5 from the 40-yard line. Griffin, left side throw. He's got McCown again. Spins his way inside the 30 before he's wrestled down by Gibney at about the 27-yard line. So Winnacunnet moving the sticks through the air, another first down.
But not only are they moving the sticks, it's why they're moving them, Nick. The play sequence in that Coach Frank Core is calling here has been excellent. He's utilizing the whole field and forcing that great run defense to start honoring that receiver core. What's that do? That forces the Exeter not to be able to completely control the box, step up on their reads without even reading because they know what's coming. He's got some mystery here, and he's going well.
2 receivers right side. 3-man front for Exeter. 1st down and 10. It's a pitch. Left side, first touch for Oscar Maringu. And Maringu cut down shortly after touching the football. Inside the 25-yard line, Corzat with his 2nd tackle.
Not a big gain there, but it's still gaining yardage, Nick. You got 2nd and about 7.5 right now, 2.5-yard gain. You want 4 or 5, but you know what? Moving the football forward is so important. I do see some real intensity now with the Warrior offensive line, getting off the ball well.
So it's a 3-yard gain for Maringu, sets up 2nd down and 7. Quick moving 4th quarter, marching down toward the 3-minute mark. Handoff and plowing his way down into the red zone is the Winnacunnet back Reynoso. It's been a 3-man attack so far. Mancini, Reynoso, and Maringu involved in this ground attack.
Well, what are you seeing right now? Every single running play is getting through the line of scrimmage quickly. That's just great upstairs coaching by the Warriors, getting that down to the offensive coordinator and play caller. Really doing a great job adjusting for the defense.
3rd down and 2. Mancini through the hole, spins his way down to the 15. He's got the first down.
There you go. Another through the hole quickly. Double team at the point of attack, control the tackle in the area, allow them to get into the linebacker core. And the nice thing about it is he's getting through so fast, the read they're not even getting the read in yet, and they're kind of catching the runner. That's a really good sign here on this drive for the Warriors. They're doing the one thing you can do to a great defense, which Exeter is, to be able to gain yardage. And now you've got a motivated offensive line. This quarterback's impressive. Good cadence calling as well.
It's been a good drive for the Warriors. After their opening drive resulted in a fumble lost. Maringu left side, alive at the 5 before he's finally stopped at about the 2-yard line. Knight with a touchdown-saving tackle, but Winnacunnet getting set for a 1st and goal from inside the 2-yard line.
Just a great job by Coach Frank Core bringing these play calls in. Look at him working with his quarterback. I have such respect for both of these coaches, Nick. I know we've talked about it for years, that both of these men really are quarterback mentors like we saw last night with Coach O'Reilly and Coach Lozon. That's why we knew this was going to be a great weekend. Just good quality football.
Inside of 2 minutes, first quarter. 1st and goal. Griffin, the quarterback, calls his number, follows the right guard into the end zone for a touchdown. An impressive drive there from the Warriors. It goes nearly 70 yards. Griffin active with the arm, active with the legs near the goal line at 7-6.
Get through the line of scrimmage quickly. Double at the point of attack. You have to move the tackle. You can't allow tackles to be making the tackle, defensive tackles making the talents. They're blowing them out. They're doing a great job. The cadence calls by the quarterback are excellent. His offensive line is in rhythm. And let me tell you, we got ourselves a football game here.
On for the extra point try is senior kicker Sullivan Duffy. That one is up and good. A boomer off the foot of the seniors. So it's 7-7. 2-yard touchdown run from Sean Griffin ties the game with inside of 2 minutes to go in this opening quarter.
No question, Nick. Both of these kickers. So we see last weekend we see great kicking. Last night we saw great kicking.
Yep.
And tonight we see great kicking. It's becoming that is a point in time where it tells you that the football game of old, kind of, okay, well, he's a kicker. Well, once out of every 17 or 18, you get a good kicker. Every 17, 18 years, probably an exaggeration. But right now, it's becoming part of the game, and it's. I got to tell you, that is two by Exeter and Winnacunnet, two very similar drives in their effectiveness. Not only do they get 7, but it's the way they did it and how they adjusted to the defense, and that's always good when an offense is making those adjustments. Ryan Francoeur did a heck of a job listening to, I assume, what he's seeing himself and what he's seeing from upstairs and putting it into action. Never be afraid to adjust in the beginning of a game.
So now the noise coming from the far side of the field as the Warrior fans are amped up. High kick.
Wow.
Juggled near the goal line by Exeter's Colton Ray. He regains and stumbles across the 15. They'll give him maybe the 16 here, but either way, a break, a little bit of a break there for Winnacunnet. First down and 10 coming up here. Again, if you're just joining us, 7-7. Saw the touchdown pass from Tyler Ream to Brandon Jelinek, and then an answer from Sean Griffin, and of course a bizarre series of back-to-back lost fumbles.
Yep.
On back-to-back plays.
Yin and yang, really. Right. It's and the effect of it was both touchdowns. So 14 points scored on turnovers. That's not uncommon, Nick. It's just something about turnovers that create that environment.
Minute 43. Right side run on first down. That's right. Raymond Plant again.
He's strong.
And he's planted down, pun intended, at about the 19-yard line. 4-yard gain.
Kind of that Batstone type mentality.
Oh, that's Corzat.
Run hard. Yeah.
That's actually Corzat.
He's a bull. He's strong as an ox to be able to carry two guys. A little high tackling there. They got to get down low. The initial tackle got in, but when that happened, you got to stay low. The highest you want to tackle is the upper side of the hips. You don't want to go any higher than that, preferably below it.
Corzat with 5 carries in this first quarter. Plant right behind him with 3.
Yeah, good outside containment there by Winnacunnet, though, to force that run on the inside.
5-man front for the Warrior defense. Second down and 6. You can hear the Warrior band banging the drums on the far side. And this one stood up in the hole. Second wave, that was planned. And just nowhere to go as the big defensive tackle, Caden Sharp, was waiting at the line of scrimmage.
This game is beginning to even out, Nick, a little bit. And again, it's a full game of 4 quarters, and Exeter has shown that at the end, towards the end of the games that they've won, they've been able to come from behind and surge. But right now, if you're going to judge this game, there's pretty good parity here between the lines right now. Started out with an Exeter advantage to kind of close that a little bit. So, a lot.
Final 15 seconds. First quarter, 3rd down and 5. Warriors hoping to force a 3 and out. Exeter hoping to get to the 25 through the air, and they do. Catch made by Cole Kelly. He's across the 40. Warriors finally wrangled down at about the 45-yard line. Big play through the air of 25 yards and an Exeter first down.
3 things happened right there, Nick. Number 1, the offensive line gave him time. Number 2, the run sometimes has to be supported by the pass, and that's what play action's all about. He threw a beautiful shot at the right time, good after the catch. Third thing is, I do notice that number 16, Nick, to be honest with you, Tyler Ream looked like he was banged up just a little bit.
All right, second quarter next, 7-7. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Well, a good way to start the game. 7-7 through 12 minutes here on the Seacoast. Nick and Asta, Steve Beals with you in our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. 2 teams, 3-0. Same division, same conference, D1 East.
Yeah.
Both teams trying to stay undefeated. Keep up with Manchester Memorial. The Crusaders, big winners last night. They're 4-0.
A program continuing to rise.
First down and 10 for Exeter. Tyler Ream back under center. Hands to Corzot, right side run. It's going to push the pile forward. And up to about the 47-yard line. Warrior run defense has been up to the challenge. So it looked like on the opening drive, Steve, Exeter gashed them a few times on the ground, but things starting to tighten up with that defensive unit.
Yeah, but Coach Ball's doing a great job making play action calls on that to offset that, which really frustrates the defense and the coordination crew upstairs. It frustrates them. Now you got to start spreading things out and honoring, and that opens up the run again. So Coach Ball's been doing this, a couple of years anyway, I think. Understands when to use the pass and when not. I think he uses it more now than I recall in our earlier years, Nick, and he's doing it very effectively, but never abandoned his culture in doing so.
His quarterback so far in this first half is 2 for 2 with a touchdown pass. Now he's going to put it in his hands. Ream runs around the corner, and he's got the first down before he's escorted out of bounds by Winnacunnet's Jackson McDonald.
Good gain, though. Why did that happen, Nick? Let's take a look. You want to see a decoy, a good block on the inside right there, and then a nice block, and then everybody was still searching for the football, and the quarterback just did a great job decoying that. He's a classic Bill Ball mission-oriented quarterback, and like I say, I love at high school level. I know it can be tiring, but like I said, get into shape because you need to talk with your coach each time. That's where you learn how to be a quarterback, and then you can do more of it on your own.
Ream, multi-sport athlete. He's also a member of that vaunted Exeter basketball team during the winter. He's going to hand off here on 1st and 10. Plant on a second effort And a good lean is going to get some positive yardage there. Down to the Warrior 37.
Well, Plant's been doing it, Nick, multiple times. He's getting hit near the line of scrimmage, and then he's twisting due to tremendous strength. He spent some time in the weight room for sure, conditioning himself, and it's helping his football team today, grabbing an extra 2 yards every play.
Second down and 7. 2 minutes in, second quarter, 7-7 our score.
The student section is huge here on our side of the field.
Yeah, crowd continuing to swell on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon.
Still coming.
A rivalry that goes back nearly a century. Handoff, left side run, and not much. Again, the Warriors able to flood the zone. Thomas Lyons from the second level with the stop.
Yeah, number 30, Thomas Lyons, and number 72 in on the tackle. I think Boyd Grant did just as good a job as Tyler did. That's just good at line of scrimmage control and a linebacker that's not afraid to come in and make a stick. It's a big play here, Nick. Another one of those big plays of the half. Usually get 3 or so each half. This is another big one.
Coach Francor hoping for a stop. Coach Ball hopes his offense can find the 30-yard line where the first down marker is. 3rd down and 7. 3 minutes in, second quarter. Handoff Corzat straight ahead, and he's going to lean his way across the 30 for what looks like a first down.
Well, last 2 plays, there's more of them, of course. The last 2 plays are the reasons why people get into the weight room, Nick, in January and start strengthening themselves and building. Because when you start playing even level as far as talent, it's the conditioning sometimes that comes through. And these running backs understand how to use that core strength to drive for an extra couple yards. And Coach Ball loves that. As his hands are folded out there, he's thinking to himself, it's all worthwhile, guys. And he gets in the clubhouse and tells them, it's worthwhile to lift and get strong.
1st and 10. Football just inside the 30-yard line. 4-man front for Winnacunnet. Right side run, Corzat cuts up the field, looks for the 25. And it stopped just shy of that point at about the 26, a gain of 4 on first down.
Well, this game's going to get long for the Warriors, Nick, if they can't begin to hold at the point of the tackle. What's happening here is literally every single play, the technique and the strength of the running backs from Exeter are driving, getting 2 points, 3 downs, that's 6 yards. And we're seeing it here, and it wears the defense down. They've got to be able to team tackle and be able to get low and stop any extra movement.
9 carries now for Corzat. 2nd down and 6. Back to Corzat. Big hole. Ball on the ground again.
I think he got it back, but it was close. Yeah, he got it back.
Football recovered inside the 20. Exeter going to keep it, but we've seen a few loose footballs already play a role in this first half. Both teams with fumbles lost.
Let's take a look at that.
Exeter going to keep it there. Meanwhile, Corzat may have injured himself on the play, seeking attention on the sideline now. And what looks like a limp right arm. So Corzat out for the moment. And a big 3rd down and 5 is on the way.
Yeah, he hit the ground hard, Nick, when he went down.
Now the Exeter student section trying to give the home team a boost. Nearly 5 minutes into the quarter.
4-down territory, but I believe he's got the leg if he gets a good kick. Although the wind looks like it's coming this way, so I'm not sure that'll happen. Probably 4-down territory if they don't get it here.
3rd down and 5. 5-man front for Winnacunnet. Ream under center. Warriors showing blitz. Hard count from the quarterback. Takes the snap, and they're going to blow this one dead. The right side may have moved early.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody was in. I believe this will be motion. I don't think it's going to be. Yeah, that's exactly what it's going to be.
First penalty against Exeter.
Pretty costly penalty right there, Nick. You're moving the ball down the field, and you never like 3rd down penalties because you don't have the margin of error to be able to get there. It's on 1st or 2nd. You know that you got a couple plays you can put it together, but what this may do is change. If they get like 3 or 4 yards, it may change the dynamic and may go for a long kick instead of going for it. But Coach Ball loves to go on 4th down. He's proud of his team, and they're kind of built for 4-down offense.
Already 1 for 1 on 4th down in this first half.
Yep.
Timeout, Winnacunnet.
I like the timeout. That's a good call.
Each team has now spent one TO. Coach Frank Gore wants to make sure the defense is ready.
That's exactly.
Not only this upcoming 3rd down and 10. Reminder, we're on the air tonight. We've got a game in Nashua, BG and Salem. That's a 6 o'clock start. Be sure to tune into our pregame coverage, which begins at about 5:45. And if you have not done so, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Friday Night Lights New Hampshire, on YouTube at FNL NH Media. Nick and Astis with Steve Beals. We got a 7-7 game, 2 lengthy drives in that first quarter that resulted in touchdown. Exeter got on the board first. Tyler Ream to Brendan Jelinek, a 21-yard touchdown toss. And then inside of 2 minutes to go first quarter, Sean Griffin, the Winnacunnet quarterback, called his own number for a 2-yard run.
Yeah, and we've got 17 and a half minutes played, and Jay Pincinot, everything he told us on our Gridiron program on Thursday about the Winnacunnet Warriors is dead on. This is a football team that came to play. My concern is, do they have the depth that Exeter has? So far, they're showing they do.
3rd down and 10 out of the timeout. Exeter in the tee. Ream, play action, going to roll out, eyes downfield. Now he's going to tuck, going to run, and he's pushed on a bounce.
That's going to be a big decision right here. Coach Ball's looking about, 6.5 yards?
Yeah, he got 4, maybe 5. So 4th down, and I think 6 officially on the way.
Yeah, so that's going to be a very interesting decision. Knowing Coach Ball, the margin of error here, what is the risk worth the reward? The risk is your great defense comes on the field on the 26-yard line if you don't get it, Nick. But if you do, you're able to make a statement here, run down the clock more, and hopefully, for their sake, for Exeter's sake, get ahead. So I think Coach Ball is doing the right thing because the risk is not that high.
4th down and 6. First down marker just inside the 20-yard line. Ream under center, 4-man front, whistle.
Again.
And another timeout from Coach Frank Gore.
Now, what's the reason for that? Another offensive set that his defense wasn't ready for?
He saw something that caught the ire of what looks like some of the coaching staff down there. You can see some animation going on in the Warrior Hub.
Yeah, or Coach Frank Gore wants to just kind of delay this thing, give his defense a rest. It's offenses traditionally, unless they're getting completely beaten, Nick, they run downhill. That's the nature of it. Defense, you got to create the plane. And in this situation, I think he wants to give water. He's got a young group, a lot of juniors are leading this football team. Understand the moment, situational football, what the heck? He's got a situation here where he knows he doesn't want to go in a half 14-7, and why not use that timeout? He's still got 1 left, if I'm not mistaken. So. And if he gets the ball back, he's got plenty of time if it happens. So I just think these are 2 head coaches that are strategically using the tools in their bag very, very well.
Right. All right. Exeter ready to go for it here on 4th down and 6.
Don't jump, he's telling them. Don't jump off sides. All those sort of help signals.
Ream with a long count, going to put his receiver in motion, take the snap, play fake, looks, throws over the middle, incomplete. Had a receiver.
3 people there.
But well covered as Cole Kelly cannot reel it in on a sliding attempt. So a turnover on downs. The Warrior defense standing tall. Game still tied at 7. Midway through this second quarter.
Well, you're going to see right here, not only did they have excellent coverage on this play, which made a very crowded area to collect, the ball was a little behind. Why was the ball behind, Nick? Because there was pressure coming towards him in the face, and he could feel the pressure coming around the corner in the back with a good pass rush. So those 2 timeouts looked to me like they were very well spent.
1st and 10. Warrior offense taking over at their own 26. Handoff up the middle and a big crack at the second level. Wood laid there by the linebacker, Pat Hathaway.
That's getting through the line like a shot, Nick. It's just coming right out of the barrel, 100 miles an hour right through the line.
Yeah, Mancini will take it, a good 5-yard carry.
Yep. And that's what they were getting before was maybe a yard and a half. Now they're getting on 1st down. Coach Frank Gore thrives, as does Coach Ball, on these types of situations. 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4.
Then a quick moving first half. Just 40 minutes in real time. We're already heading towards the 5-minute mark before halftime. 2nd down and 5, and continuing to churn out the tough rushing yards is Harvey Reynoso.
So three things going on
Got
here.
7 there and a first down.
Sorry, Nick. 3 things going on here. One, they're getting through the line quickly, staying with that wide to cut the clock down. Also, low risks type stuff with 5:35 left when you're in your own zone. Keep it conservative, but keep it fast and keep it moving. Those are the things that are at hand right now. Coach Franco very much in control of his offense right now. It's been very impressive so far. His quarterback looks solid too.
Sean Griffin back under center. Fresh set of downs for Winnacunnet. Hand off left side. Plenty of room for Mancini. Tough stiff arm before he's dragged down by Knight.
That's a hell of an open field tackle right
defender
there.
able to stop him shy of the marker, but still 8 yards on first down there for the Warriors.
Yeah, that's a great individual tackle there. This is a young man that's very difficult to bring down. What he made sure is he had something. He kind of tackled a little high mid, but didn't have much choice.
Made sure he hung on and brought him down.
He hung on, you bet.
It's been a big half for Graham Knight defensively. How about 4 tackles? That includes a forced fumble and a fumble recovery.
Absolutely, Nick.
It's a big IDP fantasy day for those who are in the know.
I'm not into the NIL, and I'm not into fantasy football, Nick.
2nd down and 2. Griffin against a 3-man front this time. And
he got it.
A straight off dive.
He got it.
And needed 2 and give him 2.5.
That's an offensive line first down right there, and a runner who's willing to send it there. That's just good job there. What I do see some
Thomas Lyons, by the way. Yeah. We called his name on defense.
Yes, we did.
Gets his first carry there.
Yes, we did. And what I see a little hands on the hips here with Exeter because they've been out in the field defensively for a long time. This is a good opportunity for Winnacunnet with 4:16 left to eat the clock and hopefully, for their sake, get the lead. But Exeter has been able to hang in there when it was really, really necessary. So we'll see what happens.
1st down and 10. 4 minutes to go, 2nd quarter. Receiver each side. Griffin taking his time. Now ducks behind center. Exeter going to bring an extra rusher. Here's the pitch.
Good pay.
Yep, and plenty of room. Reynoso tripped up from behind, but does cross the 45 down to the Exeter 44.
Yeah, well-executed play from quarterback to pit blocking, the whole 9 yards. The decoy was well done. What he's got to do, though, is he's got to turn up field, Nick. You stretch, and then you look for your first inside cut to go against the grain, and that's where you can break good runs or maximize the yardage that's available because the speed of this secondary of Exeter is very, very fast.
Yeah. That was Jackson McDonald from the safety spot.
Great job.
The tackle. We've got a Jackson, Jaxon McDonald on Winnacunnet.
Yep.
And a Jackson, Jackson for Exeter. 2nd down and 3. And another dive play for Oscar Maringu. 3rd carry for the senior is good enough for a Winnacunnet 4th down.
If there was any worry about what went on 3/4 of the first quarter, Nick, about not getting through the line of scrimmage quickly, that has been corrected completely. They're doing a fantastic job, and they're rolling. And this is the sort of thing that the defense makes them feel like they're defending, trying to climb up Little Round Top. And it's so difficult to charge the hill from an uphill incline, and that's what they're feeling right now.
Yeah.
But they're strong, and they have the ability to dig in. I've watched games of Exeter before. They're going to have to do that here to win the first half or tie it.
1st down and 10. Winnacunnet with 2.5 minutes to work with. Griffin going to throw left side, completion.
Griffin's impressive.
That's Jackson McDonald, Jax, and he's down along the sideline to the 30-yard line. 8-yard pickup, 2nd down and 2 coming, another completion for Sean Griffin.
Yeah, that's a nice pass right there. I like the lateral movement as you watch him go out. See that lateral movement that you look for in a quarterback, that he can still stretch the field but yet facing downfield with a good football throwing position for his receivers. This guy's got some real benefits.
And he's got some weapons to work with.
He's got some weapons to work with and some
Brian
talent.
McDown and McDonald have made impacts here in the first half in the pass game.
And just like Exeter in the majority of this half was kind of driving forward and gaining 2 yards, now you look at the situation with this quick hitting offense. now they're the ones that are driving Exeter back a yard or two. So seesaw battle here. You just don't feel, right now at least, like any team has a pure handle on this game, and that's what just makes it exciting. It's going to be a very highly intense third quarter, one way or the other.
Still 2 minutes to go in this second quarter.
It takes us third.
Timeout, third and final timeout from Warrior head coach Frank Orr. It comes with 2:08 to go here.
I don't think he's happy. He did not want to use that timeout, but he couldn't get the player off the field before, and you can't afford right now a 5-yard penalty. So he had to call that timeout. A little frustrated about that. Can't say I blame him.
Well, it's been a pretty clean game, partially because the coaches have stepped in, as you just highlighted, but only one penalty each way. A 5-yard call against Exeter and a 10-yard block in the back against Winnacunnet back in the first quarter. Reminder, coming up at halftime, stats, highlights, analysis, out-of-town scoreboard. Busy week for Saturday to keep an eye on. But on-field entertainment as well, as at least one, maybe both of these school bands are going to perform live on the field. So we'll bring you all that and then some coming up at halftime. 2:08 to go in this second quarter. Both teams breaking the huddle. And we got a 1st and 10 coming up for Winnacunnet from the Exeter 27. Power backfield here. Griffin under center, handoff Mancini, going to spin left side. Pretty move, gets him inside the 25 down to the 23.
Boy, what you look for in runners that you really want to be running the ball with the majority of carries. Mancini's got that ability with that slide step, and that was just well done. When we think of a great slide step, we think of Brody Helton from Bedford, about as good as I've seen in high school football for a long time. And there are others out there as well. Spellman's got one.
Right side run.
It's a big play for Exeter right there.
Corzat, who makes the tackle. And that one is good for a loss of 2. So a big play by Exeter sets up now a 3rd down and 8. Huge play on the way with 1:25 and counting.
And a huge play just happened with slowing down. They haven't stopped anybody behind the line this whole drive here. That's a big play, and that's what happens when I say about Exeter. They just have a tendency when it really matters to dig in. And that's a good personal effort right there.
Can the Blue Hawk defense do it again? 3rd and 8 as we approach the 1-minute mark. Duffy in the gun, puts a man in motion. It's McDonald, takes the snap. Plenty of time, now runs left, looking, throwing into the end zone. Catch is made. Is he inbounds? No, he's not. Out of bounds in the end zone. Heck of an effort, but nonetheless incomplete. And now a decision for Coach Frank Orr. It's 4th down and 8 from just outside the 25-yard line.
Yep, and look, he knows his kicker's leg. You got to factor that in. You're looking at about a 41-yard, 42-yard hit there. But they're going to go for it.
Henry Dinio, the tight end, who brought the ball in, but again could not get the foot down. And now we have what looks like, Steve, a long field goal, 41, maybe 42 yards.
The wind's not against him.
The kick is up. The kick has the leg.
It's good.
It is good.
Wow.
Beautiful job, as that one had room to spare off the right foot of Sullivan Duffy. So there's the first Winnacunnet lead. 10 unanswered points by the Warriors. And that leaves Exeter with just 49 seconds remaining until halftime, with the home team now trailing 10-7.
And on goes the kicking train in Division I football in New Hampshire, Nick. That is where we see it, and it's just pervasive all over the league. As good kicking has been going on, and it's factoring into these games.
Yes,
but
absolutely.
49 seconds with some timeouts. They've got to execute a good kickoff, that being the Warriors, Nick, to keep Exeter far enough back. But one thing that is, even though that ball was outside, one thing as shown here, you've got to have a solid quarterback to go the distance in this league. And one of the things we see there right now is Sean Griffin is definitely a very, very good quarterback. He's got a lot of skills. So,
yeah, Griffin has been outstanding in this first half. And almost had a touchdown pass there at the end of that drive. Instead,
that's what they needed.
42-yard field goal, and now we see Duffy drive this one deep into the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 from the Exeter 20. Still 49 seconds remaining.
Well, put a little pin in Sullivan Duffy's name and put it up on the bulletin board of the kicking department, because he's proven again what we were just talking about there. So shows you where a kicker can have a game. Kicks a 41 to 42 yard field goal in a critically close game going into the half. And then what's he do? He comes out and kicks a bomb in the end zone with no run back to really make it difficult here for Exeter to try to do something in 49 seconds.
Also has an extra point to his credit.
Yes.
All right, 1st down and 10. We'll see how aggressive Coach Ball wants to get here with the Exeter offense. Ream going to pitch left side. This is a pretty good run for Plant, trying to reverse direction, but the pursuit catches up with him. Maringo and company send him back. They mark him with forward progress just shy of the 24-yard line.
Looks to me like Coach Ball was going to just let this thing run. Probably going to let one more play go, and that's it.
Keep in mind, Winnacunnet set to receive the opening kick in the 3rd quarter. Final 15 seconds. Another run play, Plant to the 2nd level.
And that'll do it.
Tackle below the knee by Lyons. And that should bring us to halftime. Let's see. Either that or Exeter will run a 3rd down and 2, but doesn't appear to be the case. Or do we have a timeout? We do have a timeout, sorry. Coach Ball will spend his 2nd timeout. Clock stopped with 10 seconds, so Exeter does have at least one more play in them with 3rd down and 2 coming up.
Yeah, you could go both ways here, Nick, but it is 3rd down, and he has the ability with no other timeouts. Coach Francoeur can't stop the clock. My guess is if Coach Francoeur had another timeout in this situation way down in his own end, he'd probably just run the clock out or attempt to and go in. But why not, when you control the clock at this point, run one more play, let it go. On 3rd down, you can still kick it if it doesn't work, and you got a half a second on there.
And, of course, Winnacunnet out of timeouts.
Yeah.
As well. All right. Football is at the 28-yard line, the 1st down marker at the 30. Exeter with 1 timeout remaining. Four-man front for the Warrior defense. A lot of chatter along the line of scrimmage. Looks like a wing tee here for Exeter. 3rd and 2. Ream with a hard count, takes the snap, and is going to pass. And a roll left, still with plenty of time. Throws off the back foot, but this one is short and incomplete. Still some time left on the clock. 3.4, 3 seconds, 3 4/10. And a 4th down on the way. So
this
likely
is
a
hard-fought half.
Yeah.
Both teams.
Yeah. It was moving pretty quickly for a while there. Again, not a lot of penalties, not a lot of incompletions, so the clock really until the last several minutes was moving very swiftly. 4th down and 2. Ream going to jog back to the huddle and give his instructions to the Exeter teammates. Definitely not a punt formation here. Ream under center, the wing back to his right. 5 along the line of scrimmage for the Warriors. Ream rolls out on the final play of the half. And he's going to take a knee as the clock expires, and we go to halftime with Winnacunnet leading Exeter by a score of 10-7 here at Bill Ball Stadium. Coming up, stats, highlights, analysis, out-of-town scoreboard, and live entertainment on the field. But as you said, Steve, a good half of football here on the Seacoast.
Now I'm seeing the method of the madness of Coach Ball. What he did on that possession was he made sure there was no kick return allowed.
Right.
And I didn't think of that in the beginning, and that when I was wondering what he was doing, now we understand what he did. He used all 4 of his downs to run out the clock, create an opening. If he's open, throw it. If he's not, just kneel it and go into the half.
All right, when we come back, a lot to get to here on a crowded Saturday afternoon. Exeter find themselves in a rare spot, trailing at home at halftime. Warriors with a field goal difference, 10-7. More in a moment. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Maybe it's leaning too close to your home. Maybe it's not healthy. Or maybe you just don't like it there. No matter what the reason is, if you need tree work or pruning, call Accurate Tree Service. They have the right equipment and expertise to properly diagnose, treat, or remove trees, no matter how difficult the terrain. Perhaps simple, careful pruning by our certified arborist is all you need to manage your trees and shrubs. When it comes to your tree care, contact the full-service tree care experts today, Accurate Tree Service, because you only get one chance to take a tree down right.
Are you a quarterback who is ready to take your game to the next level? Well, then it's time to join TKQB Academy. Founded by former UNH standout Trevor Knight, TKQB Academy has worked with student athletes from around New England, helping young quarterbacks to reach their full potential. TKQB Academy offers one-on-one and group sessions that will help you instantly improve your accuracy, timing, mechanics, and footwork. So be the best QB you can be at TKQB Academy. Call 603-732-7194 or reach out on Instagram at TKQBA. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include discount tickets, cards, and calendar raffles to hundreds of local merchants throughout the New England area. Don't waste another season. Raise more funds than ever before and become another football program in New Hampshire that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Yep. Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen, the Winnacunnet High School Warriors are people joining us today that are on the field. We're going to bring the third one to the 4-yard line. It's the class of 1975. Their 50th class reunion. Congratulations. Here are the 54. Show, which includes the DC title, the danger zone, and the life of the pathway. Ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Exeter High School Bullhawks fight back. Ladies and gentlemen, the Exeter High School Monday. Great job on the focus today. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the Monday. Great job.
10-7 as we get set for the second half here in Exeter. Nick and Astis, Steve Beals with you in our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Winnacunnet with the lead, and the Warriors are set to get the football to begin the third quarter as well. Pretty even first half. Exeter got on the board first. Opening drive, Tyler Ream to Brandon Jelinek, 21-yard touchdown toss. 7-0 Blue Hawks. Warriors would even the score later in the quarter. Sean Griffin, a 2-yard touchdown. 7-7 after one. And then in the closing minute before halftime, Sullivan Duffy, 42-yard field goal for the senior kicker. And that right now is the difference. One turnover apiece in that first half, one penalty apiece for each team as well.
Quite a half, Nick. I think, certainly for the first half of football, Winnacunnet answered a lot of questions right there about, facing the iron of the league, which clearly Exeter is. What they're proving, at least in that first half, is that they are ironed as well. Griffin looks very good to me. Exeter looks as expected. Solid football team on both sides of the football. And we've got ourselves underway a game right here. This is going to be a very interesting second half. Obviously, we saw in the third quarter, the beginning of the first 5 or 6 minutes of the third quarter in a close half is always so.
Well, we apologize there for the technical difficulties. We lost power up here in the booth. It wiped out our communications, but we're still, I guess, partially back online. We do not have instant replay for Steve and I, but it's the blind leading the blind moving forward.
Yeah.
However, we've got the action here. We know the audience is watching, and we are going to navigate the ship the best we can. To recap here, you got a 10-7 game, and Winnacunnet is set to receive the kick. Both teams looking to stay undefeated. 3-0 coming in, and of course, the Manchester Memorial Crusaders are watching this one with some curiosity. Memorial improved to 4-0. So Whoever wins this game stays undefeated and a top Division I East along with Memorial. Other winners last night. Bedford stays unbeaten. Pinkerton as well. That was a game Steve and I covered last night. And you can watch on our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire YouTube channel. All right, ready to rear here in Exeter. Both fan bases have been a part of this one so far. They're both on their feet. As we get going here with a squib kick that's going to be fielded short by Winnacunnet's Sean O'Riordan. And a flag is thrown at the end of the play. O'Riordan stopped just shy of the 44-yard line. The flag is back at the 38. And we've got a hold here on the return team. As we mentioned, a pretty clean first half. Just one penalty each way. But a hold on the return here is going to set Winnacunnet back.
Holding on the receiving team. We're going to go 10 yards from the spot. It'll be first down.
So that spots the football at the 34-yard line. Still pretty good starting field position for Sean Griffin and his crew here, the senior quarterback. He's going to dip under center against a four-man front with a receiver to each side. Handoff, a dive play up the middle. And the pile is whistled down at about the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 3. A lot of ground and pound both ways. That's been the MO not only today throughout the game, but for both these teams coming in. And really, it's in the program's DNA here. We expected this kind of a game. Very run-heavy, back and forth, quick moving. Defenses have bended at times, but for the most part haven't broken. So we get a low-scoring affair here early on in the third quarter. 2nd down and 6 officially. Griffin on a play action, looking downfield, going to air it out, and he's got a man.
Wow. Oh, he dropped it.
This one bobbled and incomplete. Well, Jackson McDonald had the step, but the junior may have taken his eye off the football at the last moment. Usually pretty sure-handed. He's had a good game so far, but the drop brings up a 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, one thing, that's a nice quick out pattern. It was thrown at the right time, right in the breadbasket. Sometimes it's just too good, Nick, to be true. And you see it and you say, I've got it, but then you begin to turn upfield. And I think that's what happened there. So big 3rd down here for Winnacunnet. They're giving Griffin a lot of time to throw here. They're doing offensive line, doing a good job.
2 receivers, top of the screen. Minute gone by, 3rd quarter. Winnacunnet trying to extend the opening drive. Back throw, toss, tipped, and that one is reeled in off the back foot.
Wow.
A juggling grab, excellent concentration as Jackson McDonald comes up with a big catch to move the sticks. He atones for the drop and then some. Football now spotted at the 44.
Well, that's quite a pickup. That's just the opposite of the last play, pure concentration there.
Good for 10 yards through the air. Griffin McDonald now with 59 yards passing unofficially. We'll make that Sean Griffin had 3 completions in that first half, number 4 a moment ago.
Wow.
Meanwhile, Mancini slugged down at about the 49, but
still
again, some hard running. Exactly right. A lot of yards after contact today for the senior Dom Mancini. Officially a 5-yard gain. Meanwhile, defensively for Exeter, they've gotten contributions up front, particularly from the 6'3" senior Eric Windy. He's been a part of that base package, whether it's 3 up front or 4. He's got 4 tackles unofficially to lead Exeter. Meanwhile, a run propelled. Let's see what the spot is here.
He's going to get some pretty good forward progress right there. Looks like it's just behind the, or just beyond, like a 40, 48 and a half. So it'll be 3rd and 2? A long 2?
It's like 3rd and 3 officially.
Thought he got a little further than that. That's not a great spot. Looked to me like he was up around about a yard ahead. But nevertheless, 3rd and 3.
The Exeter student section chanting defense here.
These third downs. Every third down, the third quarter's big.
Griffin takes the snap, handoff, and the runner is going to get stuffed. Hit in the hole. Oscar Maringu lucky to get a yard there, and a fourth down coming up.
Depending on this is a possession game. They're going to bring the quarterback to the coach. It looks to me like they're going to go for it, Nick. And that was a big defensive play. Who made that play?
That was Max Corzat, who may have led the charge there on the tackle.
Max.
Corzat now with 4 tackles.
It is the Max. Wow, that was a good stick right there. And to hold that big frame in place till his support came was really something. That's stepping up right there.
Fourth down. Winnacunnet going to go for it. Griffin barking orders. Exeter with 4 down linemen.
I think he changed the play. Got to watch for time here.
In a conversation with Coach Frank Orr. Play clock ticking down, and the flag is thrown.
Wow. Yeah. There was confusion. The Griffin did not understand what Coach Frank Orr was trying to send out to him. And you don't know, do you use one of those timeouts in a 10-7 game like this or not, Nick? I don't know, but I guess given the fact that you can still kick the football, may be a good idea. Hard to argue either way there. But
4th and 2 becomes 4th and 7.
It looked like it was the second change of play based on the defense, and it got confusing. I don't know how he would have got that out to his linemen. So they're going to kick the football.
Ball at the Warrior 47. And the punt high in the sky off the foot of Michael Bromwell. Exeter is going to let it bounce. And it's going to roll to a stop just outside the 20-yard line.
I think Winnacunnet will probably take that. But you never want to have to give the football up. The question is, was he ever really going in the first place? We're not going to know because he never really got under center to try to drive the Exeter offsides. But if I had to, look back and reread, it looks like he really was going to go for it. Just couldn't get the play on the field that he wanted to.
So now Exeter down 3 with the ball. Moved the chains a lot in that first half.
Yeah.
Primarily with Corzat and Plant, who are both over 45 yards. Tyler Ream himself, 46 through the air, including that 21-yard touchdown toss.
Big opportunity for Exeter here to take back the lead or tie it up here if they can put together a good drive. And they got one right there, and he's gone.
Keep it with the quarterback. Ream, foot race at midfield, escorted out of bounds.
Huge
inside
play.
The Warrior 40 down at the 38-yard line. So Ream, who I believe only had 17 rushing yards in that first half, rips up a long run there.
Well, if you look here, Nick, it's all in the decoy. He just did a tremendous job hiding the football, selling the fake to the middle of the pack, and there was nobody. The safeties bit down. Everybody was running in for support, and he had a wide open left side he had to run down. And good thing there was a speed battle for Winnacunnet. They were able to catch up. Otherwise, he was gone all the way.
It was Jackson McDonald who tackled him in the end, but a 40-yard rip for Ream. Meanwhile, on 1st and 10, this is Cole Kelly. Had a 25-yard grab in that first half. His first carry, though, only goes for a yard as he's stopped up front by Winnacunnet's Grant Boyd. Boyd with a couple of tackles in his own right. It's been a good game. Very well balanced. Good way to kick off our Saturday doubleheader. Tonight, we've got Salem at BG. 6 o'clock the kick there.
Well, traditionally, teams this year have not been able to. You just can't give Exeter light. And we'll see how Winnacunnet stands up here. But they've got a tall order in their hands here.
Officially a 2nd and 10 for Ream. The Exeter senior in some trouble, trying to escape to his right. And now he's going to rip off another big gainer. Zigzags for a first down along the sideline, a 12-yard rush.
He's on fire right now.
Well, Ream making plays with his legs on this drive.
But most importantly, Nick, his play in and outside of the pocket, whether he's running the football, the time that he decides to tuck it and run is good. When he throws the ball, he's been pretty accurate today. And when he's decoying, he's been outstanding. And then, of course, faking somebody else having the football other than himself has been stellar today. Both these quarterbacks have managed the game as a whole very, very well. And they got a nice drive going here.
Quick moving quarter, nearly 5 minutes in. Exeter's defense forced a Winnacunnet punt. This drive began back at their 21-yard line. On first down, it's a toss left side, and he's in some trouble. Plant goes down near the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
And a good collective read there by the defense.
Yes. What you're seeing here is a lot of times the defensive tackles are making the tackle. And again, that's a good sign for Winnacunnet. But, let's give credit to the offense. They've been able to break big yardage when they needed it. Winnacunnet comes in, makes a couple of great defensive stops. You think the momentum is going their way defensively, and then all of a sudden they grab a big chunk here. They've done that 3 times already in this drive.
Second down and 10.
See what they got in store here. Love both of the offensive minds of these head coaches.
4-man front for the Warriors. Long count here for Griffin. Does take the snap. Handoff, Corzat straight ahead. Lions with the stop just shy of the 21. It's going to set up third down and what looks like 4.
Interesting, Nick, how it's changing for us upstairs here. Normally you'd be thinking about talking about, well, this is 4-down territory, et cetera, right? But when you've got the kicking games like we've seen over the last couple of weeks, we talk about it all first half. Question is, do they get it here? Because this is certainly within his range for a field goal. Good kickers on both sides here.
10-7 Winnacunnet. Warriors looking for a stop. Blue Hawks searching for the 17-yard line. Midway through third quarter. Ream again calls his own number, trying to get to the boundary, stretches out.
It's going to be close.
Going to roll him down near the 17.
Yeah,
That's
short.
Right near the first down stick.
Right on it, Nick.
So this will be interesting.
Well, the line is saying that. Oh, okay. No, that's not the line. So you're right. It's right on the stick here.
No. They're going to bring out the chain gang.
Our
referee, John Reardon, trying to eyeball it, but bringing in the crew to make it official.
If it is a first down, Nick, it's by an inch. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it's short about an inch. But it's so hard to judge really on that, on where they're really holding that. It's the putting the link on the line that's really going to define this. But
certainly a heads-up play by Ream.
Very.
Tail end of the play, able to stretch his arm out, that right arm holding the football, and that may have made the difference.
He's got it. No, he doesn't have it. He does have it. Yep. Wow. That was close.
So a first down for Exeter.
Well, we don't really have the angle there on the sideline to really see it. Looked like for a second he didn't, but that's why it's a game of inches. That is a heck of a job here done so far.
Yeah. First down.
Tyler Ream. That's what it's about on this drive right now.
He's had a heck of a drive. A 4-yard pickup, the difference, and a fresh set of downs here. Ream under center. Warriors showing blitz. Handoff, Corzat, right side run, man-to-man mesh. Breaks
got it.
He's into the end zone for the touchdown.
Good hard running.
A 17-yard scamper. Exeter going to take the lead as Max Corzat leads the way.
Well, when you can have a drive where your quarterback is leading the way, that really puts a lot of positivity on the offense. When you know that your quarterback is getting it done for you, and he did, everybody else has that attitude, I want to step up. And that's just a nice drive put together again. Both touchdown drives by Exeter were solid. All comes about from a confusion call. That looks like, whoa!
Connor Bishop's kick, no good.
It never.
Off the upright. And that draws a collective ooh from the student section here. The game remains a 3-point game.
With a great kicker. So
Exeter out in front 13-10.
There's a lot of different ebbs and flows that this game could turn here. And or directions, I should say, it should turn. And this game has worked itself in ebbs and flows on each side. Yet there's almost a sense of One team gathers dominance. It looks like they're controlling the line of scrimmage, and then, it just changes. And a lot of it's the condition of change. It's the agent of change. Down here, it was a play on 4th down where they had maybe 2 yards, I think it was, to go, and could not get the play on the field. Looked like multiple changes, confusion between Griffin and Ryan Francoeur, and just wasn't able to get it through.
Yeah, you're relating to the end of the Winnacunnet drive that opened this third quarter.
Yeah.
Warriors had a 4th down and 2 in Exeter territory, had to take a 5-yard penalty for delay of game, ended up punting the football. Exeter took over at their own 21, marched it down the field.
Yep.
And it was punched in by Max Korvat. A 17-yard touchdown on the extra point try.
What a kick.
Was no good. Bishop's kick ends up in the end zone for a touchback. So 5.5 remaining, third quarter. And the lead is flipped once again. Remember, Exeter got out in front first. Tyler Ream to Brandon Jelanic, 21-yard touchdown. Warriors tied it at 7 on a Sean Griffin 2-yard touchdown. Just before halftime, the Warriors took their first lead on a 42-yard field goal from Sullivan Duffy. That was our score at the break, 10-7. And here in the third quarter, Korvat's touchdown has flipped the score once again. So 13-10. And Winnacunnet set to begin from their own 20-yard line. So it's Duffy. Griffin, back to work. Mancini tracked down in the backfield. Boy, this kid's having a game. That's Graham Knight. He's got at least a handful of tackles, a fumble recovery, and a forced fumble. There, a tackle for a loss is going to back Winnacunnet up just inside the 20 for second down.
There are two forms of kind of vision. One is literal vision, meaning after the ball is snapped, what you see. And the other type of vision is looking at the set before the play even starts and analyzing the play and building anticipatory thoughts about where I'm going to go ahead of time. He seems to have that ability.
On the drop back, Griffin going to air it out on first down. Deep down the sideline, and that one batted away, incomplete. It's Knight on the coverage. Got his right hand on it as he fell to the ground. Intended for Jackson McDonald's second down.
Yeah, just good defensive coverage right there, Nick. Excellent work on getting back and then turning around as the ball was coming and doing a great job. As he's airborne going backwards, he makes the play. That's stretching it out and coming up big defensively for your team.
Well, we've seen both teams take some shots downfield here.
Yep. I don't know what they're going to call right here. This is going to be really interesting. Griffin's been able to fire the ball. We'll see.
Pistol formation with a bunch set near side against the four-man front. Now they're going to wave out Mancini. Griffin got time again over the middle. Back to McDonald. Catch is made. Going to fight for the 45 before he's finally spun down by Patrick Hathaway.
Hate to see a body twisted down like that, Nick. Looks like he's okay, thankfully.
It's good for 25 yards. McDonald's second catch. No, his third catch. He had one grab for 8 yards in that first half as well. All in all, 3 for 43 today for Jackson McDonald, the junior.
Well, coming up with big plays has been happening on both sides of this game, which is making it a lot of fun to call, and I'm sure it is to watch.
Griffin, a couple of completions so far in this third quarter. We're near the 4-minute mark. Back to the ground. And Maringu twisted before ending up down at the 47-yard line. Gain of 2. Hathaway there on the spot again for Exeter. He's got 5 tackles unofficially. Second down and 8 coming up.
Yeah, he was lucky to get past the line of scrimmage now that rather than grab just 2 yards on top of it, Nick. It's just hard work. It's just these guys have done their time in strength and conditioning, and they're able to drive their legs very, very effectively and keep their team from going backwards.
Second down and 8, 2 receivers near side. Exeter showing blitz. Going to keep it on the ground. Reynoso slow to approach the hole. Nothing much up front. He's going to get stopped at the 49 after a gain of 1, so 3rd and 7. Great job by Exeter up front. That includes Gavin Smith.
And again, we come to third down again here. Third and looks like 6, if I had to guess.
And again, we have a player down. This time it's for Exeter. We saw one of the Winnacunnet Warrior players back in the first half stay down. That was Magri. And now we see an Exeter player shaken up with just outside of 3 minutes remaining in this third quarter.
Just pointed towards his belly area. I don't know if he fell on someone the wrong way, but they're immediately bringing out the four-wheeler.
That's the junior linebacker, Jaden Yang. Coach Ball and the training staff going to get Yang to his feet. Yep.
Yeah, he's got probably fell on another player, fell on a knee, but tough kid. Going to run off the field, no ride for me.
So they're going to see to Yang here on the sideline, but a great sign. He's able to jog off under his own power. Nick Anastas, Steve Beals with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance. And the first of a doubleheader today. We've got Salem and BG, another big Division I game. Coming up tonight. Back to throw. On third down, we've got another completion. And then a great move by McDonald, and he is gone. Touchdown, Winnacunnet. A 51-yard hookup. Jackson McDonald made the catch, made a man miss, and then sprung into third gear down that sideline. A 51-yard hookup, and Winnacunnet is back out in front, 16-13.
Well, we talk about big plays in this game. They just keep on stacking up, Nick. And you wonder if these type of games, you wonder if nice breakthrough there. Boy, these teams both got heart, don't they?
Well, they've had answers for one another.
Yes, they have.
Several lead changes.
Well, this is a big kick right here.
Trying to extend the lead to 4.
That is a big kick. That's a big point.
Perfect. Went right down the middle, bounced off a car as it cleared the screen behind the field goal.
And, it may just come down to a missed extra point. You just don't know in this game. But both teams have been able to respond with just an offensive unit that just won't quit.
It's been a fun game, back and forth. And, again, both teams trying to stay undefeated and improve to 4-0.
Yep.
Last night, Memorial put up 40 in a win over Timberlane to improve to 4-0.
You bring up a really good point, Nick, about the East. Jay was talking to us on Gridiron the other night about it. This is a stacked division of competitors and contenders that anyone. Memorial playing incredible football right now. They're on the radar of everybody. Both of these teams are. There's no question Winnacunnet is that good. They're playing Exeter, and right now they have a 4-point lead. So it's just stacked up here, and this game is there's a tremendous amount of importance to this game. Home field advantage, at least, if nothing else, which is huge.
Duffy's kick fielded inside the 20, across the 25. Another push pile up to the 34.
Great effort.
Hard to bring down. Good special teams play by the return man, Colton Ray, just a sophomore. Pretty good size at 6 foot, 185. All right, 1st and 10 Exeter. Speaking of response, now it's on Exeter. The ball in the Blue Hawks court here with 3 minutes to go, third quarter. The Warriors out in front, 17-13.
Yep.
Well, last drive we saw junior quarterback Tyler Ream really come alive at 56 yards rushing to lead the way on the drive. He's over 70 on the ground today. And again at 46 passing yards and a TD in that first
Good
half.
blocking right there.
Raymond Plant to the second level. Spun down inbounds after picking up the first down. It's a gain of 13 for Plant. That's his longest run of the day, the senior. Over 50 yards now on the afternoon.
Well, you're going to see some blocking there on the right-hand side, Nick, that is just neither one of these teams offensively or defensively, for that matter, are giving up. It's just tops back and forth seesaw type game. Love the way it's shaping up.
Four down lineman for Winnacunnet on 1st and 10, and it's back to the ground game. Plant going to stretch out every yard he can. He's into Warrior territory at the Winnacunnet 47 after a gain of 5. Lyons gets credit for the stop. He's been active today, the junior inside linebacker for Winnacunnet. Second down and 5 coming. Well, both quarterbacks very active, have a deep relationship with their head coaches.
Yep.
That's apparent on every play. That could be a long jog to the sideline, but we've seen it consistently this afternoon and really throughout the last several years with Coach Ball at Exeter and Coach Frank Core at Winnacunnet. Second down and 5 after getting the play. It's a run play, and this one is stuffed.
Not sure that even got back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like, yeah, they're going to give him about a half a yard, it looks like, or maybe a yard. So many times that we talked about big third downs in this game, you know when you've got a good game on your hands, when there's that many third downs that come at critical points in time. As we tick down in the third quarter, the fourth quarter is shaping up to be a doozy. Thank you for all of the folks who are tuning in with us.
Yeah.
Become a subscriber.
Yeah, we got a big audience today, broadcasting again on Nesson Nation and, of course, on our home on YouTube, FNL-NH Media. Please like and subscribe. Third down and 5. And again, a chant of "Let's go Blue Hawks" coming from the home stands. They roll out the senior quarterback, Tyler Ream. Switches the football to his left hand and is pushed out of bounds. No, they're going to roll him out or down inbounds. Clock going to run.
It's like about a yard and a half short.
Yeah, maybe 2. It looks like 4th.
Yep.
4th down and 2. So another win there for the Warrior defense on 3rd down, but we'll see what Coach Ball elects to do here on 4th.
My guess is there's no doubt here. He's going to go for it. Both coaches know what's at stake in these games, and I think there's just a lot of faith in their offenses, and both head coaches call the offenses, so they're obviously very, very confident of their crew. Can't disagree when you're in Warrior territory with Coach Ball on that. Probably a good move here.
4th and 2. And now a whistle and a timeout from Winnacunnet. The 4th down is going to have to wait a moment. Our broadcast is brought to you by Beals Insurance. Locations in Bedford, Londonderry, and Epping. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance gets you the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Visit BealsInsurance.com. Also by MG Sports Fundraising. That's fundraising made easy. MG Sports Fundraising is the official fundraising partner of Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Visit MGSportsFundraising.com. Start raising money for your team today. By TK QB Academy. Be the best QB you can be. Call Trevor Knight or reach out on Instagram at TKQBA. By Accurate Tree Service, because you only get one chance to take a tree down right. Visit AccurateTree.com for a free estimate. And tomorrow's All-Stars, they start with today's training. So do tomorrow's builders. Jewett Construction proudly presents the Trades with Our Scholarship Program. High school seniors looking to pursue a career in the trades can get a $3,000 scholarship towards their next step. Learn more at Jewett Construction.
What a fantastic idea. What a fantastic idea by Jewett Construction.
4th down and 2.
I applaud that.
Exeter looking to move the football to the 42-yard line. Winnacunnet trying to get the ball back with a 17-13 lead. Handoff right side, and he's stuck. Nowhere to go.
Doesn't look.
Exeter are going to come up short. Winnacunnet, they're going to celebrate. Connor Kelly involved. And again, those two big guys up front. How about Grant Boyd and Caden Sharp?
Yes, how about those two? They have been Warriors in multiple ways.
Boyd and Sharp, the last to get up from the bottom of that pile, but they're smiling big. A big stop for Winnacunnet. So the Warriors, they get the ball here at their own 44-yard line. Got the lead on the scoreboard on the road, and there's still 12 seconds to play here in the third quarter.
Really proud to see the effort and just stepping up that both of these teams. These are two very, very good football teams. Not a team you're going to want to take on. Toughness is there. Execution is there. Really great high school football entertainment here we're seeing.
This may be the final play of the third quarter. Run up the middle. Reynoso breaks free. spins his way into Exeter territory before he's finally stopped at about the 35-yard line. That's a 21-yard scamper.
And the whole time, Nick, 2 arms and hands and fingers on that football for protection. Both of these teams understand how to win and the sort of mistake-free football you got to play.
That is going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. A back-and-forth affair. Winnacunnet right now out in front, 17-13. One of these teams is going to leave here undefeated. Will it be Winnacunnet or will it be Exeter? We find out next. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Fourth quarter here in Exeter. And the Warriors are going to open up things with a straight-ahead dive play as Oscar Maringo, who's been busy, going to pick up 4 yards to set up a second down and 6. Winnacunnet out in front here by a score of 17-13, Steve, in what has been a really fun game to call through 3 quarters.
Ball, Nick. I mean, now it's cooling down. It's even comfortable. And I'll tell you, one thing about being up here is you get a real tremendous view of the football game, way better than what most Prex boxes will provide. So it's been good to watch this game from this perspective. These are good football teams.
We may have the best seat in the house up here on the roof of the press box. Quarterback, keeper. It's been a big part of the playbook today, and it works there pretty well as well. Sean Griffin going to move the sticks for a Warrior first down.
Yeah, so many quarterbacks, Nick, that don't really understand that it's having that pitch person is that running back that's out there on the flare. Your first tendency should be trying to fake it and then run it. And if he steps in on defensively on you, then you pitch it out. He did a great job. That was a good choice. They had that pitch man covered. Griffin's been impressive.
Forced the safety, Jackson McDonald, to come up and make his second tackle.
So
after an 8-yard pickup.
And so hasn't Tyler Ream.
Minute gone by, fourth quarter, up the middle, second level. Mancini wrestled down by 2 Blue Hawks inside the 15-yard line. That's a 9-yard gain for the senior. So you can see, Steve, it's going to take second, third efforts to bring down these runners really for both teams.
And he's done a great job today. He has run, both running backs have got getting through the hole quickly, and give credit to this offensive line of being able to control the defensive tackles here on Exeter, which is no easy task. But the running backs are doing the right thing, quick hitters, and getting into the secondary very, very quickly. Anytime the defense is catching, that's a good sign for the offense.
Second down and 1. And a QB keeper. Griffin down to the 10. And that should do it. That's enough for a first down. I'm going to give him a full 3-yard gain there.
Yep. So technically they can still get another first down, but for all intents and purposes, it's 10 to go.
No, you're right. That first down marker right around the 1-yard line.
Yep.
Winnacunnet trying to take the first 2-score lead of the afternoon. We had a 7-7 game after the first quarter. The Warriors led 10-7 at the break, and then both teams exchanging a touchdown in that third quarter. The latest connection, Griffin to Jackson McDonald from 51 yards out.
Let's see what Coach Frank Core and his Griffin have in their bag of tricks now to get into the end zone. They got to cash in here.
Their drive began back in the Exeter 42-yard line. Here's a touchdown. Left side run for Thomas Lyons. He's had a big game defensively today, showing you what he could do there with an 11-yard touchdown run. He follows the left tackle into the end zone, and the score is now a 10-point difference, 23-13, with less than 3 minutes gone by in the fourth quarter.
And we're going to see here, I believe it was number 72, just completely destroyed the defensive tackle on the inside of him and opened up that. Watch the inside hit. Look at that. Tremendous.
Field goal up, or extra point rather, is good. Another booming kick.
Well, I missed number 60-something with a phenomenal block there, right? That's just up front blocking, completely owning the left side. And number 30 runs in for the touchdown.
So Thomas Lyons celebrating the 11-yard score.
So Nick, if there was any concern earlier about the ability for Winnacunnet to be able to hold 4 quarters of football, forget it. That's over. We've got 9 minutes to go, and they are stronger now than they were even in the beginning of the second quarter, in my view. So this is 2 really good football teams, and both of them are duking out. This is a very meaningful game. Jay Pincineau, if you're out there, Jay, I'll speak for Nick and I both that we appreciate your commentary on Thursday night.
Yeah, we spoke with him on FNL Gridiron. You can listen to that show, plus every show moving forward, live Thursday at 5:30. But Jay called it last year.
Yeah.
He said this is a Warrior group. A lot of them were sophomores at the time, playing some competitive football, but losing games. He said it's really kind of geared for next year when this junior class really starts to blossom, and they're in full bloom right now. If they can hang on here and improve to 4-0.
And that's a big if, because we saw it with Timberlane. Exeter's been able to put together strong endings of games to be able to come back. This game, what I was saying is Winnacunnet has proved who they are, and they are everything that they were said to be. But this is still Exeter Blue Hawk football here, and they are a strong football team. This game far from over.
Tyler Ream trying to kickstart the offense here. After they gave the football away after a 4th down stop, they went for it on 4th and 2. Had to punt the football only once today. Ream on the rollout, eyes downfield, short toss, tipped and incomplete.
Good defense there.
Good coverage is right. That's Shea Raftery, the junior, able to get a hand on the football.
That's just well done. He chased him and really drove him to be in a position where it's very difficult to turn around and catch. He had great body position on him. Coach Ball really coaching it, really wanting to get the message into his quarterback. Question is how much latitude does he get? I've been trying to watch during the game. Looks to me like mostly on sideline mission football where he calls the play and that's what they do. Be interesting to see if he's able to change the play. I haven't seen that yet. I'm not saying it didn't happen.
2nd down and 10. Ream back under center.
And
big
off
hole.
right
side, huge hole. Breaking his way to the outside is Colton Ray. Ray is rustled down in Winnacunnet territory. The sophomore providing the spark, a 35-yard pickup.
Yeah, and that's what Exeter needed badly, Nick. That makes that 9 minutes look like a lot longer period of time than what it was when you're down on your 20, inside your 20-yard line. That is a big, big gain. Nobody was really managing the outside. I was looking to see if there was a block. It just looked like they got sucked in. And discipline on the outside contained for big yardage plays has got to be at the optimum, and it just wasn't on that play.
Jackson McDonald, the man who made the tackle in the secondary for Winnacunnet, discussing things prior to the upcoming snap, trying to figure out what went wrong. Got a 1st and 10 for Exeter from the Warrior 45. Ream on a rollout, going to throw back to the other side of the field where he's got Cole Kelly. And Cole is going to be tripped up after crossing the 40.
What a collision there.
5-yard pickup. And you're right, at the bottom of the pile is Thomas Lyons, and the linebacker slow to get up.
Wow. Look at the hit right here. Bang, right there. Boy, that's 3 big loads going together at the same time, 75, 30. And, of course, the running back, I believe was it number 11?
It was Caden Sharp who got the worst of it. The sophomore defensive tackle had to take his helmet off for a moment. But he's going to stay on the field here. He's one of 4 down linemen for the upcoming 2nd down and 5. Ream, handoff, right side, trying to break it is Ray, and he is stopped at the edge.
So it happens when you contain. If you maintain it.
How about Shea Raftery and Burke Spalding, both there on the edge for the arm tackle. So we've got a 3rd and 5 coming.
Good point, Nick.
Well, both these defenses faced a lot of run action today. 4th quarter, you start looking for signs of fatigue, but as you alluded to, both teams have stood up well.
They really have. I had no doubt, Exeter, I've seen them play. I watched the 4th quarter strength, and you're still seeing it right now. 7:05, plenty of time left here.
Nearly 5 minutes gone. Handoff right side, Cole Kelly again, and this time he stopped about a yard shy of that 1st down stick at about the 36.
Yep.
As again, Sharp is there and Lyons.
Nick, I still call attention to this being an 11-point instead of a 10-point lead because of a missed extra point earlier. So it's going to take 2 touchdowns in order for, there we go.
4th and 1. And timeout, Coach Frank Orr.
He's only got 1 left, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yep.
Yeah, 1
Second
left.
Charge timeout by Winnacunnet.
Well, 4th and 1.
It must be 4 down territory for the rest of the game here for Exeter. So probably a wise timeout to allow your defense one final rest before they can really make what could be a big game-changing stop.
Field position's a big factor, but I would agree, Nick, with you that I believe from your own 40 all the way to the touchdown line, I believe is 4 down territory, because you get in these games, and if you've got a 4th down opportunity, 4th and short, I mean, you've got to trust your defense that if you don't make it, that you just put the game in the defense's hand. But maintaining the football is at a premium right now. Possession there is of the football is at a premium, and here we go right here. We're going to find out.
Both teams trying to stay undefeated and improve to 4-0.
Yep.
Winnacunnet, it would be their first 4-0 start, I believe, since 2021 when they went all the way to the state championship. 4th and 1. Left side, it's Kelly.
Got it.
Second effort's going to get an Exeter 1st down.
Well, that was a big timeout call for 2 reasons, Nick. One is because it only leaves you with 1 timeout left if you need it. And then second, it stopped the clock. That probably lost 35 seconds right there on the clock, get inside of under 6 minutes. But now that they executed it, it becomes a little costly.
1st and 10.
He's got him.
Play action.
Got him deep.
Ream looking towards the end zone. It's a jump ball, and a wrestling match out of bounds results in an incompletion.
That defensive recovery right there was unbelievable.
Will Tobin, the senior, got 2 hands on the football. So did the intended receiver, Jackson McDonald.
But he had to recover like 4 yards, Nick, on that play. The ball looks to me like the wind got it a little bit. If you look at the flag there, he threw into a pretty stiff wind. I think that held it up just long enough for him to recover, but great job just the same.
So 2nd down and 10 as we approach the midway point, 4th quarter.
I thought that was a touchdown.
2-score game. Exeter trying to give themselves a shot. 1st down marker at the 20-yard line. Another long count for Ream, another handoff for Plant, who goes straight ahead down to the 27, maybe the 26.
Now you need 2 touchdowns if you're Exeter, just to talk about what we talked a minute ago. So time of possession here is a real factor. And ultimately, if you look at the time, the thing is Coach Ball can stop the clock 3 times. He's got all 3 of his timeouts left.
Right.
But time is of the essence here. You've got to score. Take the time you need, but hurry up and wait, as they say.
Well, the clock's starting to become a factor here inside of 6 minutes. Back to throw on 3rd and 7. He's got a man.
Got him.
There's the touchdown. Cole Kelly gets 3 over the top for a 27-yard strike, and Exeter has made it a 1-score game again, 24-19.
Well, the play-action pass is a powerful thing when you can run the football. But you got to give Winnacunnet credit. They were kind of stopping the run. I would have released my safeties a little bit into more of a preventative role. They kind of let them get behind them. I don't know if that was a mental error or that was the way it was designed. But to me, that's just, letting them run by you like that is pretty high risk with this young quarterback. So
Exeter's going to go for 2.
that is what Exeter needed to do, is get in the end zone quickly. With 3 timeouts, they're kind of in a much better position now.
Blue Hawks trying to narrow the gap to 3, make it a field goal difference. If they can get the 2-point conversion. On the rollout, Ream flicks it to the corner. And there's
They did it.
Open
That's
in the
big.
back corner. The senior had the step. And suddenly it's a 24-21 affair here at Bill Ball Stadium.
Well, we've seen this, Nick. We have seen this. This really now is about what the offense of Winnacunnet can do. They've got to grind down that clock and got to change the field position. We're going to see where they wind up to start the game on the kick return. But, wow, has Exeter done everything in short order, just what it needed to do to put themselves in striking distance. They're there. And then that 2-point conversion is big. We were talking about that earlier, about they really need to score touchdowns. Give Coach Ball credit. He wings it, says, the heck with this, I got to go for it. And his team succeeds for him.
An impressive drive that included 2 fourth-down conversions.
Yep.
And a 2-point conversion. As Ream hooks up with Tobin, the initial touchdown, a 27-yard strike. Ream to Cole Kelly. So that is where we are. A field goal difference, 24-21, 5:34 remaining between 2 undefeated teams in a rivalry that goes back nearly 100 years.
Great job by the Exeter band right there. Just fantastic. So great to have all the young. Look at the student section over here going wild. They're feeling it. They're going to shake this place.
They are stomping the bleachers. Here's the kick. The return from Reynoso. Straight ahead across the 30 before he's met at the 35. Stop there.
Well, big factor here is we're sure that Coach Frank Core not only has a great offense, but if he can get him down, I'm going to argue within the 25-yard line, this kicker has showed that he can he can deliver from that distance. So, but the defense of Exeter is what we're all going to be looking at right now to see if they can get a stop here. So far, you can feel the momentum in the game. The crowd, hometown crowd here has been fantastic, trying to lift them up. Everybody's into it. Good game today.
1st and 10. Spin move by Mancini. It's going to get him up to
He's
the
been solid
44-yard
today.
line.
Spin move. How many times have you said spin move Santini?
Too many.
Mancini today?
How about an 8-yard gain there?
Yep.
And what's starting to become a pretty productive day for Dom Mancini. Only at 23 yards on 9 carries in that first half.
That's a
I've got him for 24 on only 4 in the second.
This is a dogfight right here. If you were looking for a good game on a nice afternoon, you're getting it.
First of 2 here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. Later tonight, Salem at BG, live at 6. Inside of 5 minutes here. Griffin going to maximize the play clock before taking the snap. Handoff Reynoso, and he's met a yard in the backfield. Repelled by Cole Kelly and Colton Ray. 3rd down and 1.
Well, they brought everything, including the kitchen sink there, Nick, to that right side, and that was a good defensive call from upstairs to load that line right there. They controlled the right guard and tackle, completely contained it, and just kind of stacked back, had nowhere to go. It looked quickly to go to the outside, but there was nothing there because the contain was in control.
Coming up on 4 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Huge 3rd down and 1. They keep it with the big back.
You got it.
And that's Lyons in a 1st down.
Well, Lyons has been a big factor on both sides of the ball today, Nick. How many times have you called his number?
He's the Warriors' leading tackler today, unofficially with 7. He scored an 11-yard touchdown earlier in this 4th quarter. And he has a 6-yard pickup there to move the sticks on third down.
Well, if the play clock, I believe, at 3:33 and counting.
And he's also perhaps playing, Steve, at less than 100%. Remember, he was shaken up earlier today.
Yeah. The one thing is, it isn't just the clock. It's how deep Winnacunnet can get in the territory to force Exeter to have to come a long way back. This clock is really starting to, I would say it's a good factor right now.
3:10 and counting. 1st and 10, it's Lions again. Second effort does bring him down. The tackle by Raymond Plant, but damage done there, a 6-yard pickup again.
He's a bull, and the offensive line is getting the push. All he needs is just a little bit of a crack to get open because he forces it the rest of the way.
And there is the timeout.
Yeah, smart timeout by Coach Ball. He's got to start using them.
1st of 3.
Sorry.
So he's got 2 left here. 2:57 on the clock, 4th quarter.
But on the other end of that, when you're using those timeouts, if you do get the ball back and deep in your own territory, you don't have those timeouts, so it changes the offense and it forces the passing game. But guess what? Exeter's had a darn good passing game today when they needed it, so hold on to your seat buckles, folks, because this game's still far from over. Another first down, though, will absolutely create a degree of difficulty. Then at that point, you got to start looking for a ball strip or something. Try to make something happen.
The schedule doesn't let up. Exeter, they're at Bedford next week, while Winnacunnet will be on the road as well, taking on Portsmouth. 2nd down and 4. 2 receivers going to fan out to the strong side left. Exeter right now with 4 down linemen, but showing pressure here off the near edge. Snap taken, it's a give straight up.
He's close. A little short, I think.
Maybe a yard or so shy. That should bring up 3rd and short.
Will Coach Ball take a second timeout? Does not look like he's going to. I agree totally that he expended the last one. I think that's a tough decision because it's 3rd down and 1. You want to stop it. Looks like he's calling in a defensive play here.
So Mancini picks up 3. And you're right, it's 3rd and about a full yard here.
Big play. How many times have we said that? But as the game gets short, they get bigger.
Clock moving. Down at 2:10 and counting. Loaded box by the defense. They go straight ahead with Lions.
And he's got it.
And he's still fighting for yardage. Looks like he's across the 40, and that should be enough. No signal from the officials yet. The players from Winnacunnet, they say first down.
Unstack. Yeah.
And first down.
So 2 minutes, and this clock is going to run.
Coach Ball with 2 timeouts remaining.
Coach Frank Core and Griffin got to really use this clock. Obviously, they're probably going to be doing running plays.
There's the timeout.
There it is right there.
Minute 55 to go. Coach Ball going to spend timeout number 2. Well, Winnacunnet. Been a fun one. They trailed early, 7-0. Tyler Ream put Exeter on the board.
Yep.
21-yard strike to Brendan Jelinic. Warriors did even the score late in that first quarter, a 2-yard touchdown run from Sean Griffin. Second quarter, Warriors took their first lead on a 42-yard field goal from Sullivan Duffy. 10-7 was our score at the break. Third quarter, Exeter regained the lead with a 17-yard touchdown run from Max Corvat, who has been the lead ball carrier today for the Blue Hawks. The extra point failed, 13-10 at that point. And then the Griffin to Jackson McDonald connection was really the highlight of the day, longest play at least. 51-yard touchdown pass. Extra point was good. Warriors led 17-13 coming into this fourth quarter. Thomas Lyons extended the Warrior lead with an 11-yard touchdown. And then Exeter, a score. Ream to Cole Kelly, and then a 2-point connection, Ream to Will Tobin. 24-21, but this drive which has ensued has been a big one for Winnacunnet. They get a first down and then some. Mancini still going all the way inside the 10-yard line. It's a 31-yard run for Dom Mancini before McDonald finally got him to the ground. First and goal coming up.
Well, I got to tell you, there's a running back on my list to look at this year. This guy has been invaluable, and he's walking off, looking up at the stands, pumping up his classmates, and he deserves every opportunity to do that. He is, Nick, you've called his name so many times, spinning and moving. Every single time he's doing everything he can. They were trying to strip that ball out of his hands all the way down. Multiple defensive players he held on.
He's been Winnacunnet's go-to option.
Amazing.
On the ground. 15 carries, none longer than that one of 31. Minute 20 and counting. Exeter with one timeout remaining. It's a first and goal from the 9-yard line. Warriors trying to put this one to bed. They keep it on the ground. There's a pile at the line of scrimmage, and they're going to whistle the ball carrier down at about the 8-yard line. It's Lyons, the fullback again. And now Coach Ball will use his third and final timeout to stop the clock one more time with 1:08 remaining.
Don't know what you do here. Do you take the chance of getting the ball stripped, or do you kneel on it and just make it essentially, a Hail Mary type situation with one or two plays left? He's out of timeouts. He can't really stop it, but I don't know. Winnacunnet didn't just hang on here. Coach Ball and his team, Exeter Bluehawks, put together a tremendous comeback. Then grabbed the 2-point conversion on that. Not an easy task. Let's not underestimate that. They ran the ball hard. Great play calling. Great execution. And then it's kind of left with the Warriors. What are you going to do now in the fourth quarter, Coach Frank Core and company? And what did they do? They pounded the ball all the way down the field with an offensive line that didn't look like they played more than 5 or 6 plays in the game the way they were playing from a standpoint of stamina. Boy, just two Titans in Division I East.
We're just getting going. Reminder, doubleheader Saturday. We're at Stello Stadium tonight in Nashua as Bishop Girton plays host to Salem. BG off to an unbeaten start. Salem looking for a rebound after their first loss came at Pinkerton. Or against Pinkerton last week.
He's calling in the final play, looking at the defensive set. They're going to get ready here. My guess is they're going to maybe run one more play. I don't know.
Second and goal from the 8.
No.
Back to Lyons, straight ahead. Power run. Is he in? Yes, he is. Touchdown number 2. Thomas Lyons, not to be denied. Straight ahead football. 30-21, a 2-score game here with just over a minute remaining.
And the white powder's flying over in the student section of Winnacunnet, Nick. And the whole bench over there, the whole stands is full and going wild. There's a lot to be proud of Warrior Nation right now. As a matter of fact, I think that says Warrior Nation right on it, on that flag. Just saw that.
Yeah, it's been a spirited afternoon. And a good showing from both student sections. This kick is up.
Two great football teams.
And good again from Duffy, who's remained perfect on the day. 31-21. Lions, 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. It's been a spearhead on defense. And, he may or may not be playing hurt as well. It's a tough kid.
Yeah,
the junior having quite an afternoon.
He is. So many of these players on both of these teams have impressed me today, Nick. Really and truly, both of these teams deserve tremendous credit. This has been entertainment for me. I love high school football in New Hampshire, Nick. You do as well.
Yeah.
All of it, Friday Night Lights. That's why we do this for games like today.
This has been one of the bigger weekends of the regular season. Of course, last night's Londonderry at Pinkerton game was well attended, well viewed on our YouTube channel. Check that one out.
Yep.
And, of course, we're in action tonight for Salem at Bishop Girton as well. Please like and subscribe if you're a new viewer. We're on YouTube at FNL NH Media. We're also again simulcasting with Messin Nation. Final minute, fourth quarter. Exeter down 2 scores. Duffy sends this again out of the back of the end zone.
Most kickers, Nick, are looked upon as kind of get in there, get us that 3 points. This young man is a force in the game. I mean, he comes out there, and don't think of the cycle. That's That's just an amazing. Kicks it to past the back end of the end zone on a massive kick for high school football, and just kind of puts an exclamation point on it. Wow.
He's had 2 or 3 touchbacks. He's a perfect 4 for 4 on extra points. He connected on a 42-yard field goal back in the first half. Quite an impressive afternoon for Sullivan Duffy. Minute 3 remaining. Ream back to throw. Going to escape the pocket to his right. Going to toss. The catch is made by Will Tobin on the run. He's out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. That's a first down, an 11-yard pickup. That's Tobin's first official catch. Of course, he also caught the 2-point ball a moment ago. And another completion for Tyler Ream, who has been busy. He has tossed 2 touchdowns as well. Each team with a turnover. Both came on back-to-back plays. About midway through the first quarter, each team lost a fumble. Other than that, it's been clean. And again, impressive quarterback play both ways.
Absolutely.
Final 56 seconds. 1st and 10 Exeter from their own 31. Winnacunnet playing this real deep.
Oh, what a hit.
It's again your boy, Thomas Lyons, is waiting there in the middle of the field for his 8th tackle. Tobin makes another catch but pays the price. It's a 6-yard gain.
He's been just laying the wood out there all game, Nick, just on his opponent, and it's just he's a big trunk, big guy, but very quick.
He's in the middle of this prevent defense with 25 seconds left. Another completion to Tobin. It's ridden down by the junior Burke Spalding. Another stop. 6-foot corner. So 1st and 10, clock ticking again. Inside of 18 seconds here, 17.4. We get a spike and an incompletion to stop the clock. 2nd down and 10.
Well, if you've looked at Winnacunnet season, I have looked at their games, Nick, and the come from behind wins or the ability to sustain, superiority through the end of the game in tight games has been very prevalent with this team. And there's no question that the team that Winnacunnet's playing is the real deal. And they're 10 points ahead. Winnacunnet, that is, being 10 points ahead right now just speaks volume, Mike.
Yeah, Exeter's been in one tight game after another.
Knows how to win.
Win or lose. 4 straight 1-score deficits. 2nd and 10, it's a scramble for Reen. We're down to 10 seconds when he's tackled. Stopped at about the 42-yard line. Maringu with another tackle for Winnacunnet. And now they're going to run the clock again. Down to 6, down to 5. There's the spike. 2nd down and 10 coming up in what could be the game's final play. Reminder after the game. Full stats and highlights, quick recap, and a preview of tonight's broadcast between Salem and BG. Out-of-town scoreboard, all the good stuff coming up.
Beautiful spot up here, isn't it? To call a game.
Yes.
This has been fun.
Best seat in the house here on the roof of the press box. On a gorgeous Saturday here in late September. Final 5 seconds. Ream. Quick throw.
Oh, nice grab.
Reeled in by Cole Kelly. He's going to turn up before he's upended to end the football game at the 36-yard line. That is going to do it. Final score, Winnacunnet 31, Exeter 21. Warriors stay undefeated. First time they've been off to a 4-0 start since they went 9-0 back in 2021. Ultimately lost to Londonderry on this field in the D1 championship. So this group has played well so far. They're playing well again here in week number 4. Post-game next, you're watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Maybe it's leaning too close to your home. Maybe it's not healthy, or maybe you just don't like it there. No matter what the reason is, if you need tree work or pruning, call Accurate Tree Service. They have the right equipment and expertise to properly diagnose, treat, or remove trees, no matter how difficult the terrain. Perhaps simple, careful pruning by our certified arborist is all you need to manage your trees and shrubs. When it comes to your tree care, contact the full-service tree care experts today, Accurate Tree Service, because you only get one chance to take a tree down right.
Are you a quarterback who is ready to take your game to the next level? Well, then it's time to join TKQB Academy. Founded by former UNH standout Trevor Knight, TKQB Academy has worked with student athletes from around New England, helping young quarterbacks to reach their full potential. TKQB Academy offers one-on-one and group sessions that will help you instantly improve your accuracy, timing, mechanics, and footwork. So be the best QB you can be at TKQB Academy. Call 603-732-7194 or reach out on Instagram at TKQBA. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include discount tickets, cards, and calendar raffles to hundreds of local merchants throughout the New England area. Don't waste another season. Raise more funds than ever before and become another football program in New Hampshire that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Well, there are the Exeter Blue Hawks. Fought hard today, but ultimately fall 31-21. Winnacunnet, they're going to stay unbeaten and join Memorial atop the standings in Division I East. Nick Anastas, Steve Beals with you. This one back and forth throughout. Exeter struck first. Tyler Ream to Brendan Jelinek. 21-yard touchdown toss, 7-0 at that point. Winnacunnet answered later in the first quarter with a 2-yard Sean Griffin quarterback keeper. Second quarter, Warriors take their first lead. Sullivan Duffy, who was impressive tonight with the leg, connected on a 42-yard field goal, 10-7 at that point, and 10-7 at halftime. Third quarter, Exeter back on top. Max Corvat, a 17-yard touchdown run. And the extra point was no good. It went off the upright. 13-10 Exeter. Warriors, they march right back down. They get a big play. A 51-yard touchdown pass from Griffin to Jackson McDonald. 17-13 at that point. And 3 minutes later, it's 17-13 at the end of the third. Fourth quarter, it was the Thomas Lions show. First of 2 touchdowns comes on an 11-yard run. Made it a 2-score affair, 24-13 Winnacunnet. Exeter, though, went right back down the field about 4 minutes later. A ream to Cole Kelly, 27-yard touchdown, was one of Exeter's longer plays. They get the 2-point conversion on a toss as well. Ream to Tobin. But Winnacunnet's offense would not come off the field until they broke it open. An 8-yard touchdown run after Exeter had used their final timeout. 31-21 at that point. Lions his second score as the fullback slams the door. 7 carries, 39 yards, all in the second half. 2 touchdowns. He gets a good balance from his quarterback, Griffin, who ends up with 5 completions, 84 yards through the air, 3 more carries and 17 yards on the ground. And we see Jackson McDonald had a good day both ways today for Winnacunnet. Recovered a fumble on defense and made 3 catches for 26 yards. Dom Mancini, 15 carries, 81 yards, a team high. Had help from Harvey Reynoso, who ends up with 7 carries for 48 yards. On the other side, in the loss for Exeter, Tyler Ream, 2 touchdown passes today and had a strong second half on the ground as well, nearly 60 yards after halftime. Cole Kelly, 3 catches, 57 yards, including that aforementioned 27-yard touchdown. Max Corzat had a big game today, 69 yards on 12 carries and 1 touchdown. And Raymond Plant, almost said Robert Plant. Raymond Plant did not score today, but had 10 carries for 66
I'm
yards.
sure he'd be honored, Nick, to be called Robert Plant.
I was waiting for you to catch me there.
Great lead singers.
So that's it. That's the stats I got, Steve. Final score here again, 31-21. Your final thoughts?
My final thoughts are that the two quarterbacks in this game deserve a lot of credit. They were very efficient. They carry out what comes in from the sidelines. I like both of them very, very much. And to me, when it comes playoff time, these quarterbacks are playoff caliber quarterbacks. Second thing I would say is Exeter Bluehawks and the Winnacunnet Warriors are contenders, Nick. Let's face it, they have proven today. That was a very clean football game. But at the end of the day, everybody was wanting to see how good and are they as good as Jay Pinsino said. And Jay, I'll say one last time, not that we were questioning it, just said what he was saying all along is absolutely true. Good football team. Last point I'll make is that you have a funny feeling that these two teams could potentially play again. It could happen,
right.
And they've got film on each other right now. Let's look at this game. To me, there was one overarching thing at what everybody gave effort. Everybody gave everything they had. Two great blah blah blah, all that stuff. What really happened in this game is Coach Ryan Francoeur abandoned the original approach that he took that wasn't working. And he has the coaching talent and the coaching wisdom to recognize what was going on. We were talking about it up here, about getting through the line of scrimmage quickly, and every single play after that on running game was all designed around that mentality. And that, to me, changed the whole dynamic of the game and really lifted their offense to the level of success. They all liked it. They felt it, and they took it. And the last team that really had the ball when it really mattered as far as Winnacunnet's concerned, that drive had to happen because Exeter's so good. They did what they did. And then, of course, Winnacunnet responds.
Right.
They did all this away, by the way, away. And so the people from the Hamptons, so to speak, should be very, very, not to be confused with the elite Hamptons over in New York. The New Hampshire Hamptons, that area should be very proud of the way that their young men and their staff and everything. This is a great day. Thank you, Exeter, for hosting such a wonderful event. The bands were great. The cheerleading was great. The play was great. The atmosphere was great. Student sections on both sides, phenomenal. We knew this was going to be a good weekend, but it's living beyond what I even hoped. It's great. My son was right. He said, Dad, you just don't get it. This is going to be an unbelievable weekend, and he's right so far. We got a big one tonight.
A lot of fun, for sure. Later on tonight, we are in Nashua. BG at Salem. No, Salem at BG.
Salem at
BG.
It's
a 6 o'clock game.
That's
Bishop
Stellars.
Curtin trying to stay undefeated. Salem
come out and
looking
see us
for their third victory. We'll get off the ground there at about 5:45. All right. Exeter looks to rebound next week at Bedford. That's a Friday night game. And Portsmouth will host Winnacunnet as the Warriors look to keep this thing rolling. Want to thank Kathy and her staff here at Exeter. Good to see Sherm and our friends over at Blue Hawk Media. Want to thank our man Rusty, who's John Barron's point man here on the ground. Of course, John Barron spearheading the setup with us. And another great job by Matt Beals behind the lens down on the field. Kristen Beals up here in the bird's nest with us, guiding us flawlessly. Speaking of flawlessly, how about the orchestrated broadcast from the best in the biz, the wizard of replay, the man behind the curtain, our director, Ben Beals, back in the Beals Insurance Studios. Want to thank the sponsors as well, Beals Insurance, MG Sports Fundraising, of course, TKQB Academy, Accurate Tree Service, and Jewett Construction. We appreciate the support. For Steve Beals, I'm Nick Anastas saying so long. Final score, final time, Winnacunnet 31, Exeter 21. This has been a presentation of our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.